Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Wrestling for Life Network. It's Wednesday. You know what that means? That means a little bit of Dynamite tonight. We're going to talk all about it, folks. Lots to get into. Lots on the card. We hope, as we always do, we hope for a good one. Get in that chat, blow it up, like, share, subscribe, click all the buttons, be a part of the show, be a part of the fun, and strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, it is time for Dynamite tonight. It's another live stream as we are here to be your live reaction to all the action. And welcome on back to the channel. Hope everyone's out there is doing well. We got hump day in the books, Friday Junior tomorrow. The weekend is almost upon us. And as always, Wednesday, the night of hope, where we hope there's a good show. We know there's going to be a lot of action, a lot of chaos. We're heading towards Revolution. But what will it look like? We're going to be here for all of it. Me and that surprise pretty face are going to be with you for the next couple hours, folks. Like, share, subscribe, like I said. And if you don't know who we are, I'm Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, and that is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings you its tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I am Big Nick, and yes, we're on the road to Revolution. We've got 2 title matches tonight, even though I don't think anyone really believes Kevin Knight's beating MJF right before Revolution.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised with the Kevin Knight booking. I mean, they've been booking him well. I just feel like they should keep booking him well and do this in between 2 of your pay-per-views. It's very close to Revolution. I'm a little skeptical as far as the outcome of this match. Will it be a no contest? I mean, Kevin Knight being on a hot run and then just losing to the champ kind of knocks him down a peg again. So we'll see how
it feels like typical AEW booking, though, if I'm being honest.
Maybe a little. Yeah, I mean, we got lots going on the card. We got another Moxley match. That should be interesting, I guess. We'll see what's going on as they build towards Revolution. Adam Page will be here tonight, so that should be a good one in action as well. Darby teaming up with OC. This is the new kind of babyface unit going up against the War Dogs. This is pretty decent, I guess. I don't know where you're at with this one.
I like the idea of Darby versus Gabe Kidd. That's been a feud that I think's been building for a minute. That's the feud that they should be going with. I'm expecting that they're probably going to have a match at Revolution, maybe an I Quit match. What's up?
Will it be I Quit? Like, it's got to have a hefty stip, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you do like an I Quit. I don't think your casket matchy. That's Moxley kind of territory. Right. And I do like at least that they're integrating Clark Connors. It feels interesting that they have nothing for OC. We've been bouncing around from the conglomeration to teaming with Tony Storm to now he's teaming with Darby.
Yeah, I mean, again, maybe this was supposed to be Ishii in here somehow, but we know he got injured. But I mean, again, 2 big baby faces. I think there needs to be some moments with Orange Cassidy that feel a little different. It's felt kind of the same for 5 years. Mix it up a little. You can keep the cool gimmick. You just got to find a way to make it kind of cool again. Gabe Kidd's awesome. So yeah, they got to stip this. We'll see how it looks, but we're going to that tonight. This one I'm surprised with. Big tag team match tonight. I like it, but I'm surprised we're already getting it. The Inspiration just got here. We've barely seen them. They debuted on a house show. It really kind of weird onboarding for them that we just got. The Brawling Birds, both teams, I think, don't want to lose this one.
Well, this has got to be what? I mean, you've been here regularly versus isn't this the Inspiration's debut match, theoretically, for AEW?
So,
and they're going to lose it. They're going to lose it.
You would imagine, but what if they win? Then what does that do to the Birds?
Well, it's for the Birds, my guy.
Let's go. Thekla, Thunder Rosa. I'm really looking forward to this one. Thekla is 100% winning this. I hope we continue to see Thunder Rosa moving forward. I fear that she's here to lose to the champion and then off she goes again. This should be a fun match, though. I'm really happy with this match.
This I have hopefully, I think is going to be the best match. because there's actually a sliver to where you believe that Thunder Rosa could win it because it's still Thunder Rosa. She never really went back. This is her first real attempt going back at the title that she never lost. So I don't mind that match. I think it's, like I said, going to be match of the night. Kevin versus MJF might be better in ring wise, but that's going to be a better story, I think.
Yeah, it should be good, folks. So we're getting ready here. We're a few minutes away from the show. We're going to say hello to the chat. Again, like, share, subscribe, be a fan, tell a fan. Click those little reaction buttons. Don't forget those. Also, keep a lookout for the Vengeance Day predictions. They're coming out any minute now. So stay tuned for those. The prediction title will be on the line, Damien, at Vengeance Day coming up Saturday. We will be here live. And we got so much more coming your way. Revolution's on the horizon. Mania's coming up. So much things to talk about, so many things to get into, and all the companies, including TNA, New Japan, AAA. There's things going on everywhere. So again, don't be quiet, don't be shy, get in there. But looking forward to this one, Nick.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say briefly, like, has Revolution started to become one of AEW's consistently better pay-per-views?
It's one of their biggest. Like, yeah, it should be one of their. It's, to me, it's one of their big four overall. So I expect big things from Revolution. We haven't had an AEW pay per view since December. So yeah, I mean, you've had a lot of time to build. People can argue whether or not they have, but this should be an outstanding show. Last year, one of the better shows they put on all year.
Yeah, I think we were debating it as contending it for the best show for AEW. And what I've seen already for the card, and it's thankfully only been like 4 or 5 matches, seems pretty solid.
It's off to a good start. I mean, there's at least a good amount of intrigue going into this pay-per-view. So we're looking forward to it, folks. I see Jason in the chat first, and I'll get to you. Spaz, Damian, Richard, top 3 from last night. Shout out, that's your points. The more you chat, the more points you get. Super chat, super stickers get you bonus. Somebody knock Spaz off that perch, folks. But March 4th, 1963, Beach Boys released Surfing the USA before it all went sideways.
And then it's never been the same since.
All right, let's go. Jason, welcome. Zach, National Pound Cake Day, my favorite day of the year.
There's definitely some pound cake paws going around when it comes to AEW, my guy.
Well, there'll be a celebration the minute I get off this stream tonight, that's for sure.
Whoa now.
Damien, let's go. Welcome back, Eric. Good to see you as always. Dynamite will have 2 matches. Raw will have 0. As far as the women go, Nick, dun dun dun.
I'm Eric. I know you didn't mean anything by this, and I appreciate it. It's still a good comment. It's a good point. I just fear that we're going to see a bunch of people. I'm surprised I didn't see this. Granted, I wasn't on Twitter this much today, but seeing a lot of people pointing that out because, like I said last night, you had a lot of people virtue signaling that Raw had no women's matches for the first time since like Thanksgiving week. And that was somehow a big issue, but this would be a feather in a cap for an AEW Sickos fan of, we had 2 matches and Raw had none. Right. That'll get you Twitter brownie points.
And we said it. Like, Tony, look at what's happening and take your opportunities. Again, have 2 really strong women's match on a week where the other company didn't have any. It's not a bad show.
Right.
Warner and Steph D-Lander leave TNA. We'll probably talk about this as we go along, Damien. But they quit. Said, fuck it, we're out. They wouldn't let D-Lander wrestle. Some debate. I'm sure more information is going to come out, but we like Warner. We like Steph. So I hope they land on their feet, but they've walked from TNA.
Yeah, both kind of friends of the channel. So absolutely.
Right. What's up, Cherokee George? How you doing? Kevin's back with us. Sean Reed's in the house. Bonkers, how are you tonight? Let's go. We know MJF's winning because he's wrestling Hangman, so it isn't even worth it. Yeah, I mean, I'd rather see you do some other things. There's other options. I don't quite get, like, why does everyone get eliminator matches, particularly against Moxley? Every week he's in an eliminator, but Kevin Knight gets a title shot? Help me understand.
Cody Rhodes.
Come on, you can't compare.
No, I know it was a stretch. I was a stretch and just I know it was a stretch. But it's, what would you have? Do you almost have to have MJF be doing something? Like, where would you put MJF? You've already done the stipulation. You've done pretty much every promo you can do a bit, I feel, with Hangman.
Yeah, you pace it better. I think if nothing else, I mean, again, you can build genuine heat in certain ways. Like you said, you did the promos and stuff, so you kind of blew your wad before you made it to the finish line. You need to kind of plan this out better. Putting them in this match, I don't know what purpose it serves. I really don't. The second last Dynamite before Revolution, I'd have that's where you'd be having these heavy hitting promos. Like we just saw it with like Punk and Roman. Like they're building their intensity as we move forward here. I think they did some of the heavy lifting early, and now we're kind of this is the moment we're supposed to be most excited. Not
Well, it was like the wide intro. They just kind of popped out, went bam, and then just cut
right.
away really fast from it. We
All
got the
right.
Texas Death Match announced, but there doesn't feel like there's an intense follow up. You've got Hangman out there cutting soliloquies of "This is my hell. You might call yourself the devil." Blah blah blah
Right.
blah blah. But now is when you should be ramping up, and it feels like they're ramping down.
Right. Real quick, Richard, I see you. Let's go. Bonkers, let's go. Remember, folks, we're a little behind on Wednesdays, most Wednesdays. Nair, how you doing? How you doing? We're gonna get through these though. Charles, how are you? Welcome back. Ronan, let's go. Let's go. Frankie, I see you. Byron's with us. MDP, let's go. Let's go. Thunder Rosa. Finally. Yo. What's good, Paul? Richard Martinez dropping 2 bones. Y'all see Mans and Steph. Yes, we will touch on that more, but again, I hope it works out for them. Some mixed messages out there right now.
Yeah, trust me. There's definitely a lot to talk about that, but we got to try and say hi to the people in like 30 seconds here.
Yeah, we're clicking through. We'll talk more about the Rascals and how this is all played out. I think they've made a mistake, but it is what it is. Daniel Berry, sports highlights. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Who else do we got in here? Tanisha's back at it. Phillips back at it. AD and AZ, let's go. One of our own little creations. Let's go. Good to see everybody. I think I got almost everyone in the chat. We are about 45 seconds away from the start of Dynamite tonight. Again, like, share, subscribe, be a part of the family, be a part of the shows. And are you ready?
Right. Well, I had to click on this one from Philip because this is funny because I know I pop in and out on the Dynamites. But
Right.
Nick, you're here to keep KJ from smashing his television from Tony Khan booking. You even warned me ahead of time. You might be a little ranty, my guy.
Yeah. Nick was like, I'm here to be the counter. I'm here. So it works. It works. Somebody to keep me off the edge. Right. He pulls a Mel Gibson. It's like, fuck it. We're jumping with you, bro.
Aim for the bushes.
Aim for the bushes. Yes. I got the commercial leading into Dynamite now. But wait, the Rascals title shot is after Revolution. Yeah, because it's FTR Bucks at Revolution.
This is the feud that never ends. It goes on and on, my friends.
You sign the Rascals. You have a chance to make them hot. You put them in that big, like, mile high.
You couldn't do a fucking triple threat? Couldn't do a triple threat.
Yeah, I couldn't, right? We are anti-triple around here, but I do have the violence warning. Nick and I are going to sync up. Excuse me.
I got
the same.
Yeah, I got the end of Big Bang.
You got the end of Big Bang. I got a dude pointing at the screen.
Fair enough. Well, over under Moxley starts the show.
He's starting the show because I think it's one of those things where Tony gets stubborn and says, fuck him.
But why? Why is it Moxley always start the show?
Let me know when you have a fan holding up a sign that says Sickos de El Paso.
Okay. I'm got the overhead shot of the crowd. I'm waiting for Sickos El Paso.
El Paso.
I'm waiting for there. God damn. Sickos El Paso.
There we go.
Muchos gracias, Sickos El Paso.
And sure enough. And again, I say this every week, folks. Someone help me understand, what are we doing? If you're going to roll out Moxley right out of the gate again, which they show the graphic, maybe they're not. They're going back to a video package. They got to stop.
I haven't gotten there.
I got Hangman Page graphic on the screen.
I have.
It's really weird.
Darby, Gabe Kidd graphic in the corner. Moxley, so I'm like a second behind you. Yeah, they're hyping up Moxley versus Hechicero pretty hard right now, which again, once that match starts, I've got Collision replay right now.
Again, that's okay. I got MJF. Why would they? This was weird. Did they just repeat?
Something. Well, they're doing like they're doing a big VR. Like, I don't know. Is that the actual
This was
screen?
so weird. Optically, it looked odd. They were showing like the big screen instead of like on-screen graphics. Then they went to a package. Now they are back to a package. What just
Yeah, now
happened?
I'm getting the replay again.
Yeah, now I got Kevin Knight.
Christ almighty.
So now we are going to package technically for MJF and Kevin Knight that is going to happen tonight.
I'm getting the coin toss.
The coin toss.
Well, no, I'm getting the video package, the replay of that. Now I'm getting Kevin Knight on my screen in the video package.
All right, so I'm getting. Oh shit! Okay, so maybe we're not starting with Moxley. We're starting with Kevin Knight. We're opening with MJF, Kevin Knight.
We're opening with the world title. That's how little they are believing that Kevin Knight. You're going to make you believe that Kevin Knight could win this. We're going to start with a world title.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm just happy they're not starting with Moxley for once.
Yeah.
I was about to go off.
I have Kevin Knight coming out right now.
Okay. Yeah.
So we're starting off, folks, with the world title match of MJF versus Kevin Knight. And if anyone predicts Kevin Knight to win this match, I question your sanity. I question your well-being, or you're already just messing with me and I can't even talk.
Right. This guy sucks. MJF might talk after. We'll see. It's been 2 minutes and I got anxiety already. Shit. So I got Jacob coming out with the pyro.
Jacob?
Maxwell.
Oh, I was like, who calls him by his fucking middle name, my guy? I was expecting Fatu.
Yeah.
I'll let you know when I get pyro.
Oh, wow.
I'm on YouTube TV.
Miles behind.
Pyro.
Yeah, I got him in the ring.
You don't got a pause button?
Yeah, I've been holding up.
Oh, well, no, I didn't know where your point was. Okay, so I'll let him know. I'll let you know when he gets in the ring.
MJF with Evolution Pyro. Big Pyro. I like it. Big presentation for your champ, for one of the best in the company.
In the ring right now.
All right. So I get the graphic for Hangman and MJF coming up at Revolution.
You know what his pyro makes me think of is Christian Cage with the Christian, and
right.
That's such a good theme song.
Oh, it was good. It was really good. But Justin Roberts giving us the announcement, introducing the combatants in this world title match, opening the show tonight.
Jose taking Knight. Pronouns pal. It's all about the boom. Best mashup theme. Not a bad shout, actually.
Let's go. I missed that.
Well, I don't think we're ever going to see that again. Keep it a buck. I think Adam Cole's the Big E.
Could be. Midwell Jacob Friedman.
How dare you? How dare you, MDB?
Right.
You put some respect on the champ's name as he just mushes Kevin in the face.
Rude.
How do you feel about MJF doing the indie tours of he defends it against Zilla? He does, defends the AEW world title against Jordan Oliver.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it helps the indie for sure. It's a good thing for them.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would be sending my world champion just to do indie shows. I don't know. Maybe I'm different. I think you got to protect him. He's never going to lose any of those matches. So they kind of lose their appeal. Where wrestling's so predictable. MJF's not going down and losing to Jordan Oliver, guys.
Well, yeah. Don't you have mid card champions to do like that? Like, don't you have actually a couple legitimately done like designated mid card titles to do exactly that? Like Roman Reigns, CM Punk is not showing up at TNA to put over hometown guy.
Right. Or Roman showing up on a GCW show. I don't see it.
Right.
So again, I'm remember they had to tell Moxley, like, maybe don't do some death matches while you got our belt. Because if MJF gets hurt, let's say he goes down and wrestles on an indie show, and God forbid he pulls a hammy or pops a knee a week before your pay-per-view. Uh-oh.
Absolutely. I see. I'm not used to Wednesdays. My tongue's still getting around this, but is it also a little bit like kind of the territory vibe? I think that's what they're trying to pitch it on. Of he's a traveling champion, but it
Yeah,
does, like you even brought up, it does kind of put a tinge, kind of diminish the world title.
it brings no value to your product on TV. It brings nothing. Like the internet marks are going to be like, "Oh, MJF's had this really good match." It was
That's who you're playing to. That's who you're playing
That's
to.
it. That's the audience you already got.
Facts.
What's up, Mega? How you doing? How you doing? Don't worry. Don't worry about being late, sir. It's allowed. It's allowed. Top to bottom, best card on television. What is tonight?
I don't know if I'd say tonight's the best card on television. I think Monday Night Raw is going to be a really hard show to beat this week.
Sure, absolutely. I mean, the positive, they didn't start with Moxley.
Do you have any theory as to why they've been starting so much with Moxley?
They love him. They think he's amazing. They really do.
Then once you want to have him later in the show to draw in the views?
You would think, but it's this, start the show with something hot, and they think Moxley's hot, and he's not. It is bad, and it makes people want to tune. If you tune in and this lizard dude is moving his head around and doing this weird shit, oh, fuck, click, bye. You tune in the next week, same dude's doing the same shit. Tune in the next week, same dude doing the same shit. Same thing you did with Orange Cassidy. How many shows in a row did Orange Cassidy open?
Years.
Kevin
when
Knight
you were like,
the
they think he's hot, but he's not. I was just instantly like 2 snaps and a head roll.
MJF gets out of the way of the frog splash.
Yeah. I like Kevin Knight's twist on the frog splash of he literally twists on it.
I like it. I like Kevin Knight. If you gave Kevin Knight a run of really good matches and he wins a few like they did, and then he gets a title shot against not even a title shot, but goes up against a guy like Kyle Fletcher, I'm all for it. I just don't think this helps either guy tonight. And we get the dick pop.
Pause.
Not to me, bro. Wouldn't happen.
No. I'll go. I'll go Jungle Boy Okada. He's biting his dick. He's biting his dick.
Right? No. Sorry.
Could you do Kevin Knight swerve?
What?
Could you do Kevin Knight swerve?
Yeah.
What's Kevin Knight's now is the ultimate babyface. Swerve's tried to turn heel.
It's a good way to build up Kevin Knight for sure. Yeah.
And I think their styles work well together.
Oh, for sure. And that's what I mean. I would love to see guys like Kevin Knight. I mean, you got John Moxley, the brawler, fighting all the luchas. Why wouldn't you put him in with brawlers? Fight all the luchas because you're so good at lucha, my guy.
As MJF just slams Kevin Knight. But my whole thing is, how I prepare to take on Konosuke Takeshita, your IWGP World Champion from New Japan, the big alpha and everything that's out there, best bout machine like Kenny. I take on luchas who wrestle nothing like him, who wrestle the complete opposite fucking style as he does. I get it's Callis family, but have someone like a Lance Archer, have someone like a Mark Davis or whatever that has to brawl and beat up John Moxley.
Yeah, you want me to be impressed by Moxley? Especially you want me to think Moxley's a babyface? Lance Archer comes out and beats the shit out of him, but he fights back and fights back and fights back and then finds a way to win. Great. You kind of get behind that. All right. Big guy comes out. He's a bully. The psychopath decided, found a way to win. Great. I'm all for it. But it's all these garbage. El Clone? We go from El Clone to Hickory Sticko. What the fuck are we doing?
For the Hickory Stickos, my guy.
Damien says the crowd's a little quiet. I did turn up my TV just to see if it was me, because I know in the past we've had some debates with the chat on whether or not the crowd was loud.
MJF keeps getting into it with the crowd, so
he's trying to be doing
something.
Yeah.
What is it? Because you have this starting your show. It's MJF versus Kevin Knight. We're already on the road to Revolution. Yeah. Kevin Knight is not winning this match. This isn't even an eliminator to where maybe he gets a roll up, because we've seen, MJF lose and eliminated before. This is for the title. 101%, and there's only 100% you can have that he's not winning this match.
Yeah, I mean, again, a cold start. And I mean, MJF, to his credit, in the down spot, he's definitely looking to the crowd and trying to rile them up. But yeah, I mean, some claps. Both men down right now. Let's go, people. Blow up this chat.
People still like MJF. Absolutely. He's the best thing they got going right now.
Right.
Speaking of the best thing Canada's got going.
Not really. They're tanking.
Oh.
Bro. They're
somehow are the Bills or Christ, the Bills. The Sabres better than the Leafs right now?
This Buffalo is putting on a season, bro. Shock in the world.
I don't want to believe it because I'll get my hopes up and then lose again.
Yeah, Buffalo's having a good year. We might not make the playoffs. KJ, Big Nick, Moxley ending the watch.
Ending the show, I think it was what she was trying to say.
Yeah. Moxley, the main event? Moxley,
Hechicero. Thunder Rosa.
Yeah, that'd be fun. We're going to go Moxley, Hechicero in the main event is a terrible idea.
And it'll start at 10:01.
Well, fuck. That's 1, 2. I also don't love the young upstart pushing your champ to the limit, 2 weeks before a pay-per-view. I don't love it. If I'm being honest. It matters to me.
Fair. I see your point. I'm not exactly as hung up on it because it is Kevin Knight. It is a little, to me, he's not fully like the young upstart. It's a little like if it was like Kyle Fletcher.
Right.
Ish.
Yeah. Denisha, thank you so much for that super chat. And again, Richard, thank you for yours as well. I'm sure that will come up more as we go. Spaz popping in with 10 bones for the bucket. Vengeance Day preview going live approximately 10:30. Full of very specific shout outs to the boys in the community. Did your name get dropped? Tune in and find out. All love, respect, respect bowls, boys.
That's going to be Spaz's new thing now because he confounded chatting though. Respect bowls.
There you go. Respect bowls, boys. As MJF rolls out. How you feeling about this match right now? Are you like into it, or are you just kind of watching?
We have talked very little about it. I'm out here with a scarf and have talked very little about an MJF match.
You're such a hater, Nick. You're like,
I hate AEW so much. I'm wearing the fucking scarf and everything out here. I'm 100. I was about to compliment of how MJF's such a different style to the rest of the roster that even he's spoken on it about. Yep. He's been the best mouthpiece for AEW right now. He's brought up their ticket prices. He's brought up of how they're different. They don't put a leash on their wrestlers or anything. Sometimes that's a good and a bad, but he's even said of like, well, you got to follow that, ladder match. He's like, that's fine because my match will be nothing like that.
Yeah.
It's going to be entirely different.
MJF is incredibly talented, but I truly believe that MJF gets it. Like he really gets, and he sounds intelligent when he speaks on that kind of thing. Because he's right. Like he even talks, I could do moonsaults all the time, but I don't. Because when I do, then you go, holy shit, he did a moonsault. He's smart. He gets the business. He's wise beyond his years, I'll say. He's a talent. We know he's a talent. This match is trying to pick up. Both guys down in the corner again. But you got to set him up to work. You got to set him up to feel as big as he is. And you're right. He, as the champ, the face of the company, he's doing that perfectly. Alabama Slam. Very slow.
Well, that's what the style that MJF wrestles. Yeah, he literally just hit an F5. MJF just hit an F5.
The AEW crowd goes from dead silent to losing their mind on a false finish. He didn't even do the finisher we expect him to do. But like,
because they can do that too sweet.
Telling you, table spots and false finishes, a little bit of blood, you got 5 stars. Like it's the simplistic shit that, and it's so simple that you could do nothing in the match. Just do false finishes, and half these guys are making stains in their pants. Like it's fucking crazy.
Well, what I was gonna bring up before MJF went full Lesnar is that's part of why I'm such a big fan of MJF, because of his whole mindset of, like you said, he's a guy who gets it. He has that old school veteran mindset, even though he's still in his 20s out here.
Yeah.
Like he's the one that gets the business so much he makes other people look like simpletons.
Oh, yeah.
Tie it back around.
Another two.
Oh, no.
Another two.
Oh.
Another two. Another two.
Well, I thought you were just talking about the two when he just dropped his, bait and tackle right in that man's face.
He's a big fan of teabagging the opponent. He really is. Just throwing around.
Dick. MJF trying to get a yum so bad, it's not going to happen.
Yeah,
he gets a yum from me. How about that, MDB?
Yeah, there you go. This is funny. Thinks he's a WWE diva with this wedgie he refuses to pick. Facts.
Is MJF a guy that will sadly potentially never reach full potential because he stays with AEW his whole career?
I think the one interesting thing about MJF, and he's talked about it, AEW gives him so much freedom, right? And a lot of the wrestlers have talked about it. Do you want to go work for the corporate spot that, there's rules and timing and you can't say this and you can't do that. You can't, jump on the internet and tell the whole world to go fuck themselves. There's certain conduct that you have to adhere to. AEW gives him all of that. So he could be kind of the Steve Eiserman of AEW and just stay forever. But I don't know if that works out best for his career.
Well, it's just the empire around him here. It's cool to be the best player on a team, and I'm not saying AEW is exactly a team.
I get you, yeah.
But the analogies for sakes. Versus you go to where you might be your number 4 out of everybody on the roster, what have you, but you're on the fucking mothership. You're on, the biggest thing moving.
That's the thing. And then what does a guy like MJF do with that platform, that spotlight? Another way to look at it is you want to be the guy that helped build the new, the new thing. Then, if you can get this to a place of glory again and build it up, and all of a sudden AEW's this, give it another handful of years, and let's say some miracle happens and they are the shit. They're blowing up.
Do you think Max has a ton of influence backstage?
I don't know.
That he's like on an EVP level.
I don't know, because he doesn't feel like one of the in crowd, and I think that's how he's got himself in trouble in the past. But I don't know. I mean, I'm sure Tony Khan values him. As we get the moonsault off the
barricade.
Thank you.
Yeah, but and I think it's also a bit of the risk because we've seen people jump from AEW to WWE and they keep everything. And we've seen WWE, even we talked about it last night. Some stuff kind of gone off the rails a little bit of maybe they're letting stuff feel a little shooty worky and all of that.
Yeah.
And would MJF how much would WWE allow MJF to stay MJF? Is that it? There's that the big thing of I know you're better with the stay with a girl who you brought to the dance,
right? Yeah. Do they declaw him in a way, right? Like, do they?
Well, what if they don't? What if that's the thing?
If they don't? They might be able to. I do believe the production and working with guys. Imagine him working with like a guy like Paul Heyman to just refine these already natural tools that he has. As we get the
put those two together, that's CM Punk. That's a generational can run right there.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, is there opportunity there that would benefit him for sure? But like creative privilege, Safit, welcome back, sir. Great way to put it. Like, that is something like the downtime that people are spending with their family, the overpaying as far as overall cash value, and the creative privilege. There's 3 things that AEW really does offer.
Yeah, and Safit, you've cracked the code of this is now how you get your SRSs and everybody that says Monet doesn't have creative control. She has creative privilege.
As we are getting a
don't do this. Don't do this, Kevin.
Like, again, your champ is in like this hard. He's gone 20 minutes. And he gets nailed.
Oh, coast to coast.
Wow. Kevin Knight flies. It's a good match. The match has gone better.
Well, that's what I was saying before. I still think Thunder Rosa Tekla is going to be
Wait, what happened to the ref?
MJF drop toe holded Remsburg into the middle rope, I think.
Did he kick him?
He dropped hold him. He took his feet and twisted up his feet. So Remsburg, it didn't look that great, but that's what it was.
But here's the thing. Kevin Knight should have just beat the champion. 2 weeks before Revolution, Kevin Knight just beat the champion on, again, I think this is where you get in your own way sometimes. And people are going to say, oh, you're being picky. I really don't think that moment, shouldn't be like this.
See, this is the thing. No, you're going to get a false narrative that comes out with this. You're going to get a lot of people that are going to say, see, they put over Kevin Knight so much that look how giving MJF was for Kevin Knight.
Mm-hmm.
And completely miss the fact that you're burying, to an extent, MJF right now with this. You're diminishing the value that he has. You're diminishing the value that championship has. You're sacrificing too much on your top guy to get over a mid guy.
Oh, MJF's okay. And instantly
Heat Seeker.
Into the Heat Seeker and ends it.
2, 3.
Right? So you do that whole ref spot where Kevin Knight got gypped. And then he pops up and beats him. Like, what the fuck?
You sacrificed too much with MJF to get over Kevin Knight. You got Kevin Knight that much more over, and you took that much out of MJF.
A little bit. And that's what I've been saying a lot, Nick, on these Wednesday streams. When you pull everyone into the middle, you get gray, you get porridge. Everyone ends up gray and bland. And you don't have superstars that feel like superstars compared to lower talent, mid-card talent. A mid-card guy just put the champ to the limit and would have beat the champ if the champ did not cheat. And then we get a graphic. At Revolution on Saturday. It's counterintuitive because now Kevin Knight deserves a rematch.
Well, it's even one of those now. Are you doing it now because you believe that MJF's more likely to lose? Then what's the stipulation business about? Then you fucked over Adam Page too.
Yeah, so
here he just dumps out Remsburg. I was going to shake his hand. You pushed me again. So we're going to take this out of MJF to get this more for Kevin Knight.
Mm-hmm. MJF should have beat him pretty quick. Not a squash, but look. Oh, come on. They love
Speedball. Speedball is going to take out MJF and
help me understand, bro. You're the guy with the scarf. What's happening?
Pain without love. Pain.
Right? It would be like fucking Otis kicking Drew McIntyre in the mouth on Friday. Like, what are we doing? Like, it's fucking dumb shit. I like the match overall. I give the match a pretty good thumbs up. It started slow, ended well. Again, MJF goes 10 minutes with the kid, beats him convincingly, but gives the kid a little bit of love. It looks good for your champion, and you got to hype me up. MJF got tricked into getting beat by Brody King, then finally got the win back. Now he almost loses to Kevin Knight. As your world champion, the heel world champion, he looks like a dumbass and a bit of a pussy. And it's unfortunate. That's not how you want your champion looking right now.
Yeah, your world champion, who we were putting over so much before, who's been the face of your company, is the best spokesperson for your company, now has looked beyond chicken shit at this point of now just looks like a fool, like a jobber, like has no business even being champion. And I even said that match is going to be out of context. That's going to be probably your best match of the night.
Yeah.
Because if you go back and watch it, it was a good match.
Yeah.
It has no business being as good as it was. And that's not because of, they outkicked their coverage. No, it's because it shouldn't have been that competitive of a match because you took a pound of flesh out of MJF.
Yeah, like the fans are going to say that was a really good match. What are you talking about? Yes, you're right. It was a good match, but doesn't necessarily work here. And that can, both things can be true. And again, it's just about making your champ. It's everyone's protected, so we can't have Kevin Knight lose straight up. So we're going to have MJF cheat to beat him, but then have MJF directly cheat to beat him. Like low blow him with the ref not looking, and then hit the heat seeker and end it. Having Kevin Knight get a 5 count on your champ, not a good idea. Not the best of
Byron.
looks.
Yeah, they are giving MJF a competitive
I
reign.
got that one up. I clicked on that. I was like, let's go.
Yeah, no,
Mm-hmm.
he's
No.
had Bandito, he's had Brody King. These are guys who are becoming top guys who shouldn't be already pushing him to his limit and everything. Roman Reigns didn't have competitive matches with like Apollo Crews and shit like that.
Yeah.
Your top guy is your top guy for a fucking reason. You book him as your top guy. You don't book
100%.
him as your enhancement guy.
Yeah. That's what you're doing here. And the idea of trying to protect everybody all the time leads to a lot of shitty endings. And we've seen it in the WWE as well. Like we don't know how to protect Cody and Jacob. Fuck it. Drew run in. Oh, we don't know how to protect this guy and this guy. Fuck it. Drew run in. That's like the go-to now.
But you booked it yourselves. You booked yourselves in your own corner, though.
You painted yourself into that fucking corner.
Yeah, literally, there's somebody in the house of there, like you go and mop the floor and you realize, oh, fuck, I've mopped myself into a corner and now I got to sit here until this floor dries.
Right. MJF showing these young guys he can go, and that's it. We know MJF can go.
That was never in question. That was never in question.
And it wasn't a bad match. So this is the interesting part as a wrestling fan. You're like, I like the match. I hate it. Like, I don't understand why you're doing this. But yeah, on the surface, and this is why I keep saying Tony Khan makes simplistic wrestling for simple people. And I'm not saying we're simple or the fans are simple, but he's treating us that way because it's so like, fuck it. As long as the match is good, it doesn't matter if anything else makes sense.
Right. Well, and Anthony pointing out, was the match even that great with bad acting by the referee? Looked so fake. You even were like, what the fuck happened there? And if I wasn't looking at the screen at that exact moment, you would have just thought Remsburg had a fucking heart attack and keeled over.
I didn't see a replay, but here comes Jane.
To me, like I said, if we talked about, I brought it up, and I'm telling you right now, if you open Twitter, folks, you can probably already see it. You're going to have a lot of people, like you said, talk about how good that match was, and they're going to talk about how they made Kevin Knight look great. But what everybody is missing in that whole thing is how much you detracted and how much you pulled away from MJF.
That's what sorry,
go ahead.
It's just subliminal, and they don't even realize. Like, it really is. Like, you see someone mentally, you're making a note. Oh shit, that guy barely beat the kid. Oosh.
That's a great point. There's a lot of people don't. Oh, well, I'm not even thinking about that. Yeah, you say that now, but then when that match, when we get to Revolution, that'll be in the back of your head.
It's the same way where I see my favorite hockey team up by a bunch of goals. And I'm still there, and people are like, "Oh fuck, we're gonna win," and I'm still nervous because they've given me enough PTSD that I know they're not quite known for finishing things out. So even when we have a big lead, it's you don't feel comfortable. So you see that those types of things seep in out of habit and behavior. And over the last little while, MJF has taken a lot more than he's given out. I'd expect the big bad heel champion to lay way more beatings than he receives.
I did like this. So
jump star in the aisle. Why not? It's a grudge match.
A bit,
half of one.
Well, it's a half of a grudge match. Of OC's just here because I got nothing better to do. Your champ shouldn't be your enhancement guy. Is well said. We try that from time to time. But yeah, it just MJF out here kicking off your show versus Kevin Knight, great match. But again, now your champ looks a little bit down the line. It's a little bit more down the pecking order of you. It's the law of diminishing returns.
For sure. Yeah. And like I said, I mean, if let's say 2 weeks after Revolution, MJF's in the back and he bumps into Kevin and they get in a little bit of exchange and the champ says, "All right, kid, I'll see you in the ring." And they go 12, 15 minutes and it's a good match. But MJF wins convincingly, like decisively. I got no problem. That's great. That's good stuff. But I think right now we're building Page, and that's why someone said, they're giving MJF a competitive title reign, but it's not. It's fake title, like competitive, because we know the end game is Adam Page. So whatever happens with Bandito, oh shit! Spear through the table. Why is this match carnage? Is this a street fight? What is happening?
Has this match officially started?
It
Yes.
definitely has not. Orange Allen.
Yeah.
Oh, now we.
But that's actually a pretty decent spot. But now we get the bell ring. So now we're underway. So again, I'm not even going to argue about just throwing matches out of fucking that's a lost cause when it comes to AEW.
Like I said, I mean, I want. There's two sides of it, right? The kid in me, the excited fan in me. You know, it's a fun match to watch. It was like last week. The Mile High Madness match was fucking fun to watch. Did it really make sense as like the wrestling fan that's looking for a good story to get us from place to place? Maybe not, but it wasn't boring.
Oh, yeah, but here's the thing: how much do you watch back a movie or anything that made sense and you enjoyed it and you went through the whole plot and everything, versus the popcorn movie that I can look away and they went through this, that blew up. Of how much do you watch a Martin Scorsese movie versus you watch a Michael Bay movie or a Quentin Tarantino movie versus a Chris Nolan movie?
Yeah, and I think at times I've accused the sickos of like you were watching the movie, but like everything's edited out except the explosions. So you don't know why things are
going giant super cut, the Tony Khan cut.
Super cut of boom, 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 boom. Like yeah.
That should be such a thing of there should be a con cut of Dynamite, and it's just all the high spots.
All the high spots.
It's just everything that's smashed. Everything breaks.
Right. Now WWE at times can be a bit of a fucking cinematic.
That's Martin Scorsese. That's the Godfather. It's 2 hours long.
Sometimes it's a lot of talking and only a little bit of action. That's their problem. They go a little too far the other way. But yeah, I think at times AEW and the fan base, they don't even register the things in between the booms. Like they only give a fuck. And as I said, it's pop-up book writing, right? Like they just wait for the big moment and something exploded. Best movie ever. 5 things exploded. The movie was 2.5 hours long. I don't care.
Now I'm thinking, you ever want to pull a magic trick on an AEW sicko? Here's the church. Here's the steeple. Open it up. Here's the people.
I got the people.
Where the people? Where were they hiding?
Right.
AEW Tony Khan edition. Yeah, we need the con cut.
Right. Exactly. And again, I mean, this is the ongoing debate. I think what happens is people with different viewpoints end up in the same argument, but they're not arguing the same thing. Like one's arguing quality of being like the quality of the wrestling show, and the others are arguing the quality of the action. So some of them are loving the fact that shit's chaotic and nuts, and who cares if it makes sense? It was fun. And other people are like, well, I'm a little grown and I would like to see why they're doing this. Murder.
These are the people who watch YouTube shorts and watch TikToks and everything like that versus the people who are tuned in with us watching the whole live stream, watching the whole video through and everything. Like
the most intelligent wrestling fans are here at the Wrestling for Life Network.
And then the ones that stay through the whole stream and watch the whole watch time.
Mm-hmm. We are the cure for ADD. We get everyone to focus for 3 hours.
And we might have ADD. We're curing it ourselves here from the inside out.
Right? Jose called me out. Right? Shut up, Jose. Yeah, the ADD is strong. We battle it all the time. We wander off and talk about food when the wrestling's not interesting. It's facts.
But no one else does it. No one else does it like we do.
Right.
I don't know why I turned into Trump there for half a second. No one does it like we do. We have the biggest streams. The AW Dark Side of the Ring is going to be that's a fucking Netflix documentary. Turn.
Dude, like I am really like they put out recently that AEW Puff book, kind of made by.
I have it on Audible. I listen to it.
Yeah, it's very positive. Like just
it is very revisionist and skimming the history. It is like an hour and a half to listen to. I couldn't imagine it. It might be a pop-up book if you read it.
It's the Land of Oz before the fucking Wicked Witch showed up. Like it's crazy.
It is the bubble came down, like Dorothy landed. Dorothy got the slippers. She clicked them together and went home. That's it.
Right. But yeah, I think Lady B's right. Like one day they're gonna do like a true to form documentary where certain people have like outlived their non-disclosures and they've moved
Could you?
on.
Is there a
Ooh.
story that's happened like from AW so far that you could get on a season of the Dark Side of the Ring? Like, could you get a Big Swole or anything like that? I'm trying to think of anybody. Like, do you get an Ace Steel? Do you get the Brawl Out? But that's the WWE
Yeah, too
clients.
close.
You get that. I'm
It's
trying to think of if there's any stories
oh,
that could come out.
I hate this at this point. So two grown ass men standing in the ring, and Clark Connors and Gabe, and they're getting the light the shin taps. But Nice Hurricane Rana double. The most prolific athlete to ever step foot in an AEW ring. What the fuck did you just
Who
say?
just said that?
I think Tony Schiavone. Did that happen, folks? The most prolific athlete that's ever been in our ring. What? That guy. That's the guy.
I was trying to look if Danielson was on commentary, because if I was Danielson and you said that, Tony Schiavone, I'm going to walk up and slap you in the goddamn face.
What are you even saying? It's just a bunch of fucking like catchphrases and big
The
words that
thing
you
is
shouldn't be
OC
using.
can wrestle. OC,
Yes.
when he's not doing the stupid fucking pockets, I'm so goddamn cool gimmick, he's a
Listen,
fantastic wrestler.
mhm,
He would be great in a mid-card scene,
right,
great in a cruiserweight division. I don't see a world champion in him,
right.
but the gimmick is more important to him than anything else, it seems.
Yeah, I think that's where better producers allow you to learn. Like, we're going to see the WWE go through a challenge right now with Danhausen. Can you make Danhausen cool and can you make it work? Now, rumor is he's already #1 in merch sales, so it's a pretty good week for him. But
I've already
that
argued
was
this. I
cool,
wasn't sure. I was arguing and questioning of it's just newest on the merch
right?
store
It's
versus
just hot,
highest selling.
dude. That stun dog into a Canadian destroyer was pretty, and then the
That's what I'm
backup.
saying. He's a great
Look at
wrestler.
this. Make these two a permanent tag team. They work well. Look at these transitions. Let's go. No rules, but this is fun. Coffin drop. 7-10 split.
Yeah.
This picked up in a huge way. Orange punch. So the two guys that are feuding aren't involved in the finish.
I didn't even notice that until you pointed it out.
See, I mean, this is where you would like to kind of like you find a way to
You're like there, but just tweak it.
right
Like
there.
you're like if you just pulled it off a little bit earlier,
Yeah.
medium rare, and said I'm getting gray steak.
Yeah, you have Darby pin Clark just to kind of ha, or you have Gabe pin OC. That's generally the rule of thumb here. All right, but it was a good.
Unless you're gonna rematch the tag match and you're out of step.
Oh, the shillelagh! Look at this! He's got the shillelagh.
Shillelagh in tow, and hey, don't you know? Oh, this is a surprise. This is a shocker. 100%. We need to clip this. Of David Finlay is in AEW. The Bullet.
Oh,
this is not a bad thing. Well, it's a bad thing if you're a New Japan fan. It's not a bad thing at all if you're an AEW fan, because we're just bringing the Bullet Club over to AEW.
This group as a collective could do things and do damage and be cool and exciting. If you,
I am so much better that we got this than the fucking what was it? The Birthright with NXT, where he's fucking around with his brother and Lexus King and all that. Stay here. This is fucking great.
You pitch him on that, and he's like, no, thank you.
Now, I wish for the life of me, Jay White, please come back. Tony, I don't know if he needs my leg, my foot, what is ailing Jay White, but I'll offer it up as sacrifice to bring this man back, because give me David Finlay versus Jay White.
Yes. Know what? Dave Finley's here, by the way, folks, and they're standing strong. Gabe Kidd, Clark Connors. Again, AEW is
War Dogs.
The War Dogs have, but yeah, AEW is all but drained in New Japan of everything. Like there's not
I think this is the last little bit, because that's why you had Yoda Tsuji that's like, fuck AEW. I'm not defending my title over there, all of that. No, we're done with this. Now, granted, you've still got Takeshita over. Now you've brought over Bullet Club.
Right.
You're basically just going to have Bullet Club now. And
Yeah.
now, could Tony buy the rights to Bullet Club, to that whole gimmick, because they've dissolved Bullet Club? New Japan doesn't use it anymore. They're the unincorporated faction.
Yeah,
The Murder Dogs and all that. Could Tony Tony's got more money than God. Just buy the Bullet Club branding, and there you go. That's a license to print money.
We got Bandito and Andrade. Now, this match, I'm really looking forward to. I think Bandito and Andrade are going to cook, bro.
Oh, yeah. I am already excited for this match, and I know this is like right up your alley. This is Lucha. These are the two best Lucha Libre wrestlers right now going.
Two of the best for sure. And
the only other one I'd say is Mystico. Sorry.
Mystico's up there. There's a couple other. There are a few names that if we had more time, we kind of dive in. But I like them both. I'm looking for like a double Tranquilo spot where each guy's on each side, like they're both looking at each other at Spider-Man. I think it should be really good. If they get time, they're gonna cook. Again, for the people out there,
he's about to take a selfie with Renee. You about to get to? He's taking a phone call. I thought he was about to sit there and selfie with Renee. I was like, Moxley, you better beat the shit out of this man on site.
Right. Here comes the Brawling Birds. Where's Lyra Valkyria? What is happening?
Oh, you have no idea how much I've thought that. And if you've ever watched Always Sunny,
right, I got to apparently. Welcome back, Rants. I saw a couple comments. I will click on you in a second. KJ Nick, on the whole topic of creative control, do you think the company knows their creative is buns and they hope that they let the wrestlers? No. Actually, I don't think that at all. I think it's two things. One, Tony Khan's not strong enough or brave enough or able to kind of shut people down, so he lets them run amok. And two, he thinks his booking is phenomenal. Dave, verbally fillets him constantly, so he thinks he's awesome.
But I also think there's some people that won't sign without something like that because of why they left the other place and all of that. Even Hogan, when he went from WWE, WWF to WCW, that was part of the contract negotiations.
Yeah. All right, here comes the inspiration.
Ooh, baby. Oops. I booked them again.
I said it on the pre-show. I am a little surprised. I like both these teams. You have a chance of building up their tag team division that hasn't done anything of note since it started. This is a chance for them to, bring in a couple tag teams, but they're already facing a team that probably shouldn't lose either.
Oh, they're having to introduce the inspiration in the picture with their entrance. So they're introducing them as they're introducing them. Do they not kind of remind you like the old Austin Powers?
Yeah.
Like the blondes and everything. It's kind of the same, like literally interchangeable.
Absolutely.
They can do twin magic even though they're not related.
Right. And they're doing their little move. I like both teams. We'll see what happens here. Another jump start. And baby faces jumping other baby faces is silly, folks. I'll be right back.
You're good. The baby face is jumping out the window there. But we are underway with the Birds versus the Birds versus the Bees, the Birds versus the Inspiration out here. And I think this is going to be 100% Jamie Hayter and Windsor win this. That's going to at some point be your women's tag match. Are we going to try and save Windsor and Hayter to when we're back to Wembley, or are we going to do that beforehand and all of that? Oh, that was extra convoluted. Yeah, you can do tag team moves, but you don't need to have them that goddamn convoluted. You had to lift up into the goddamn backbreaker and then set up into the clothesline. A bird is a word. Well, everybody's heard that the bird is the word. I said, bird. The bird is a word. Bird for the wind, Bird for the wind. That is the best way to put this match. How many partners has Windsor had already? Yes, subscribe now, folks. But yeah, I don't think Windsor's been in a tag team before that I'm aware of, at least. Oh, are they going to just job the inspiration? 1, 2, 3, yup. And hey, aren't you so glad that you signed back or signed with Tony Khan, that you left TNA to get jobbed out by the Brawling Birds? You get literally just stomped out. I don't think the inspiration got in an offensive maneuver. I know I'm halfway sounding like Vince of what a maneuver, but absolutely just dusted him, just jobbed him. Amazing booking, says Rand. So they came to AEW to be squashed, apparently. But hey, maybe they just came for the money. Uh-oh. They just came to get a payday, and so they can hang out. Think about it. They debuted at Grand Slam on the show after. I can't remember what they called it. They didn't call it In Your House or anything. They something like that. But their house show after Grand Slam is where they debuted. They have not wrestled for AEW till right now, and that match took what, all of maybe 3 minutes, and they did not get an offensive maneuver, and they were literally having to introduce who they were as they were coming out. Corey, just like the Rascals. What about the Rascals? Eddie Guerrero, hometown, El Paso, Texas. It always makes me just think of the Johnny Cash song of, no, it's not a Cash song, but the country song, out in the West Texas town of El Paso. They jobbed the new signing. Yeah. Again, it's all about the context, I think, of everything. Of the Brawling Birds look great, but that's your new signee. You just signed them and paid them a ton of money to come over here. And I thought would be using them to build up your women's tag division, and they just get stomped out. Not saying they even had to win, but to get stomped out. That's an interesting. That's more of an indictment, I feel. The inspiration just in AEW just to get paid. Yeah, that's what it's seeming like. I've been to El Paso. Well, there you go. I have not. The only El Paso I see is in a grocery store. TK signed people just to sign them. There was that kind of rush that kind of stopped all of a sudden, too, to where Tony was, it seemed like he was signing everybody. He signed this person, that person, there. He randomly fuck around and signed Ashante v. Adonis. That no one knew that Adonis had even signed with AEW since like September, and we're now in March, is when everyone found out that this man had been signed to AEW. Tony was just snatching up everybody for a minute. What a maneuver. By the way, happy heavenly birthday to the legendary Catherine O'Hara. There you go. El Paso loosely translates to the pass. Well, I think the inspiration or wishing that they passed on Tony's offer at this point, I feel. Philly got no pop. I don't think so. Or at the very least, he got a pop from me and KJ. So there's that. I still think he got a bit of a reaction. Again, it's going to be interesting if they actually fully bring over just the whole Bullet Club War Dogs out there. I think I heard Driller Maloney had re-signed with New Japan, but I don't know if that's fully accurate or not. So he might still be a free agent. I think it was WWE was actively trying to sign for a bit the Knockout Brothers from New Japan. That kind of amounted to nothing. There was the whole scare for a little bit with Yota Tsuji, and all that. So we'll see. Paul saying Finley got no pop. Blitz Creek pop. Can anyone else confirm? And we're doing this, so I kind of can't fully hear the crowd all the time, but I thought he got a pop. Is it more of just you didn't know who David Finlay was, so you didn't get a pop? Dirty pop? Blitzkrieg pop? As I'm getting Hangman coming out right now. AR1, I think he's signing some people to embarrass them. That's some petty ass shit. People didn't know who Finlay was. KJ throwing that out there. Okay. If that's actually the case, that's surprising because minimal pop. Okay. Pop your ears. That's really surprising that the sicko crowd didn't know who David Finlay was coming out. So we're getting Hangman Page versus Local Enhancement. You ever seen a receding hairline on a shaved head? Nope, neither have I until right now. They didn't even announce who this name. They didn't have a title card or anything for this man. I'm going to just go with Creator Wrestler 2. And anyone catches actual names. So you have MJF out here. Boot. Yeah, we're going to get a boot and a buckshot. And 1, 2, 3. Thanks for showing up. That's why they gave him no name. So you have MJF out here defending his world title, having a competitive 20-plus minute match with Kevin Knight. And at the same time, Hangman Page is out here just beating up Local Enhancement talent. And now we've got to hear the fucking cowboy story, the cowboy song, the fucking soliloquy. I like Hangman as a wrestler, but his promos, they are bad theater acting the whole time. What's this job? Apparently, we've had back-to-back jobs. KJ goes for a pause for the cause, and now we got jobs on jobs. Yeah, has Hangman always cut these fucking promos like this of just, I'm going to take the chance to do what your parents should have done. He's not even winded. That's how fucking short this match was. But he cuts the promo like he's goddamn winded, just inhaling after every sentence. Max, we're going to introduce to a Texas death match. He acts like everything's on a biblical fucking proportion. This could have been an email. Yeah, this could have been a text, a fucking Snapchat. Shit, you didn't even have to write this. They gave him a squash match to cut his promo time short. Or did they just give him a match so they could have him cut a promo? So they could say that they had X amount of matches. Yes, this is why nobody likes Hangman. I like his matches, though. When he's actually wrestling, he's a good in-ring wrestler. His promos, though, are just fucking Shakespearean in all of the wrong ways. Now MJF comes out here. Why are you not rip shit out here? Why is Max just completely fine with you set me up to get my ass kicked, but no, I'm going to... Oh. Promos matter more than matches, in my opinion. You have to have a balance of the two. HBO match will merge with Paramount Plus if the sale is made official, and that's what's making. So now the Callis family jump in Hangman. Okay. Okada, Fletcher, and Mark Davis jump in Hangman. I don't exactly hate that. Why do you bump like that off the ropes to set up the clothesline? But I don't hate MJF paying off, the Callis family or asking for a favor, what have you, to beat up Hangman. Oh, we're going to have a trios match next week for the trios belt, so you can already see it. Kevin Knight's bruised ribs already. Yeah, so we're going to get Cowboy, Speedball, and Kevin Knight, I can't remember their trios name, taking on the Callis family, I bet you, next week for the trios belts. What is this? Setting that as now here's Lance Archer. Oh, we're gonna go into goddamn Hechicero versus Moxley down here. So we're now getting a Don Callis chant as Fletcher's trying to do, the shtick of cover the ears. Have something important to say. Exactly, Jose. Hey, what do you say? I'm with KJ. Why? Yeah.
What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Anybody? Somebody? Anybody? Bueller? What is all of this? Do you know how you make your champ not look good really close to the pay-per-view? Have him go 20 minutes with a mid-card guy and then get super kicked by his loser friend, and then have him come out and have other people jump the challenger, where you can get all the heat for. Look who's getting all the heat. Don Callis is getting all MJF's heat. This is fucked. It is so asinine and convoluted.
Because we're gonna have a triple threat for the trios titles. Because you forgot he's the trios champ as well. Because Samoa Joe and the Ops, but Samoa Joe's out here. If you really looked, everyone wants to critique WWE's booking, respectfully. But if you look at Tony Khan and actually peel it back a little bit, take a step back. It is the domino that has just knocked everything over the whole way through. You got into this shitty situation because of that shitty situation, and that shitty situation because of that shitty situation.
And again, Callis is getting a ton of heat, but now you got the challenger who should be focusing on his title match, who's now standing in the ring dealing with a trio situation. And what was the point of the squash? That's what you should have done with the heel champion. The heel champion dusts some guy. And then, the whole time, like after he gets the win, he throws in a couple extra boots and kind of yells at the camera about, I'm going to get you, Hangman. And you get heat for the champion. Or if you're going to do this, you have MJF come out and hit Page, fuck up the match. And then you allow MJF should get the heat here. But all the heat's going on the Callis family for a set of belts we don't even give a fuck about.
You have the heel champion take on the jobber, not the one who challenges the upper mid-carder and everything like that. You have the challenger who's got to face somebody,
tonight.
Championship shot. What?
They're going to do it tonight?
Oh.
You're going to double book Page and Kevin Knight tonight. That can't be tonight.
You will put the titles on the line and you will lose them.
Okada and Mark Davis. Mark Davis getting more TV time than almost anybody the last month.
What is Mark Davis's gimmick outside of there?
Lance Archer looks like the guy that used to sell me weed in high school who's still selling weed.
He's Brock Lesnar guy if he was a fan of AEW.
So funny. Now, anyone out there, can you confirm, did they say tonight for this? Trios Championship main event tonight. So, Page, why would you put Page in a squash match on a night where you're going to make him the main event?
Just put the fucking trios match. Just book that. Just book that match alone.
He came to be my sense. Welcome to my life, bro. Welcome to Wednesdays.
This is why I'm not here. My cardiologist, the wife, and missus just don't want this. It's too high for my blood pressure, my guy.
Listen, I want this isn't hate, guys. This is literally just, and to me, it's simplistic. He treats the fans like they're dumb. Like the actual dots don't need to connect. I've never seen a blue duck before. I like a blue duck. That's all this is.
That's the thing, though, is it's not one of those of, oh, I won't just fucking, I hate Moxley if he just wrestles like shit. No, we're literally explaining, here's point A, point B, point C, point D of everything that you could have done differently. Or here's the counterpoint to everything that, Twitter's about to say. Here is the complete opposite argument and explained in detail. Showed our homework. Showed how we solved the equation out here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I mean, again, other streamers might get on no matter what company they like, and might just beat something to death. We're literally telling you what we would consider doing other than what they did, and how and why it might work better. As we do have FTR with Renee and the Young Bucks, as we're having a little sit down. I guess Renee is the mediation for AEW these days.
Just everything, her and Shivani and all this, and yeah, I'm gonna go fill out my
All right,
my
good.
application for to be the mediator of this. You got
All
Renee,
right.
I say nay nay.
All right, Nick taking a pause for the cause. The show rolls on. I got Dax, I got Wheeler, I got Nick, I got Maddie, and I got Renee on my screen. How's everyone doing on a Wednesday night? Just announced main event trios title match tonight because Don Callis has the authority to make matches apparently. So we are going to get that match tonight. Hangman wins in a squash match. I didn't even count the guy's hear the guy's name. I think it was Marty something. An unnecessary match. And to me, they did it all backwards. Every MJF becomes a non-factor in his own storyline. He is your champ. He is your heel champ. That is the guy that you want to look like a badass. That's the guy that you want to look like they're that he's the threat. And instead, all the heat got on to Callis. Now, MJF's going to cost them the trios title tonight. That's my guess. That's the only reason I booked this trios match. MJF cost Page, and then it's another thing that MJF did to Page. But at some point, your champion has to look strong. He looked weak against Brody. He barely got by him. You make him look like an idiot. He gets outsmarted. What happened to the villain being devious and dubious and causing issues? I think I'm dubious at this point. But what are we doing? It's all fucking backwards. All of it. And back to back matches, back to back squashes. And what the fuck did they just do to the inspiration? What the fuck happened there? All these posts going around. We signed them. We signed them. We signed them. The inspiration is all elite. And like everyone else that comes in, they just eat shit. By the way, Brandon Cutler's still alive. And Dax lays him out. So they have a heated exchange. Again, wow. Your friend gets punched in the face right in front of you, and you literally go, "Are you okay, Brandon?" That doesn't start a fight. You really didn't go get them. I thought you were my friends. Again, the baby faces are pussy, and the villains are dumb as shit. That's how they book them on this show. Booker of the year. What the fuck are we talking about? As here come the Death Riders. Just when you didn't think my rant would get any worse, here we go. Which they have added this for the last few weeks. They now have red lights in the hallway for Moxley to look even cooler. Red lights would be badass. Let's go. So I will put a poll up as soon as I realize how to spell Hechicero. But Moxley is coming out to take on old Hechi. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, 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 ba. Oh. All right, folks. Poll going up. I think we're going on commercial break. Who you got, Moxley or Hetch? Who you taking? And again, we do these special segments with Renee during the Death Riders, and I think they're terrible. Why does she only do it for Moxley matches? Makes no fucking sense. What does Lance even do anymore? Nothing. Nothing. Why not put Lance in the trios match? Okada and Fletcher are already involved in stuff, already have belts. Why not get Lance in there? Why not get Rocky in there? You have 27 members of the fucking Don Callis family, and for some reason you only want to use 10 of them. Not even, actually. 4 of them. My bad. Half of them don't even show up. But folks, if you haven't done it yet, make sure you hit like, share, subscribe. Remember, we are back tomorrow for TNA. It's going to be a fun one. Remember, we go an hour later TNA and ATL, and we will have Ringsider Anthony on site. He will be live in the building. So make sure you don't miss that one. Saturday, Vengeance Day, of course. In between there, we have Friday night, SmackDown. It's going to be a good one. But let's go. Everyone's favorite juggler, Hechicero's here. I don't know what the fuck that shit is. But again, guys, we don't just offer the criticisms without reasoning. We don't offer the criticisms without backing it up and showing our work and making it count. And again, tonight's been a bit of a all over the place kind of situation. And a lot of this shit isn't clicking. It isn't making sense. Who gets the heat in MJF helping Callis after Callis stole his heat? Again, I guess you hope at the end, if MJF can cost the trios belts to go to Callis and they're all standing in the ring, and MJF, again, you are muddying your world champion up with a bunch of mid-card guys, with a bunch of middle shit. MJF going strong with Kevin Knight makes no sense, right? It makes none. You book the trios match, MJF gets involved, and you build the story that way. But you took the focus off your champ. The champ barely beat the young kid, the young upstart. And it was a decent match. But he had to cheat to win. Basically, on paper, your champ should have lost. And then he gets kicked in the face by Mike Bailey. And he looks like a loser. He got tricked again. Adam Page looks like the badass in the situation. They got it backwards. They don't get it. And here we go to the graps. John Moxley tries to show everybody, look, I can wrestle, though he can't. Most of the roster sitting at home and they are booking people to wrestle twice in one night. What the? I'm with you, Dennis. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Anybody got any answers? I'm all ears. I'm working my way up, by the way. FTR and the Bucks in a small room. Yeah. Lock the door and leave them in there, folks. Give it about 9 months. Somebody come out with a baby. AEW is genuinely genuinely fucking offensive. What the fuck, man? Rants, buddy. I feel you. And again, at times we get accused of being, biased towards Fed. And I give them a little bit more rope. And I think I'm able to kind of base a lot of my opinion on the overall results, right? The analytics, that kind of thing. But I'll say it again. I say it a million fucking times. Started this channel because AEW, blah, 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 blah. It was all to support and defend AEW to be here. And even now, the criticism, it's just hopes that the fan base understands what's going wrong. And at some point, there's change. But because there's such a large collection of people that they don't care that ticket sales are way down. They don't care that less and less people are watching. They don't care that even their own tribe is getting smaller by the day. They don't care. As long as someone bleeds and somebody does something stupid, we're good. His show is Jakes. They are louder for this match than they were for Kevin Knight and MJF, though. Trios champion main event, yes. Why Lance looks like a retired bodyguard? That's hilarious. Wait, yeah, they buried him. Let's go. So Callin's family, like NWO, can insert themselves anywhere, pretty much. And again, this whole premise of, MJF paid for our services. It's so willy-nilly. To me, it's lazy. It is absolutely lazy. Watch Finlay be barely on TV for 3 months. I hope not, because you know what, Misfit? You bring in Finlay, you bring in Gabe Kidd, you bring in Clark Connors, do something cool with them. But what happens in AEW, I believe, is a lot of egos and a lot of hurt feelings and a lot of people that only want to work with certain people or work with their friends. So when you're trying to get someone like the War Dogs to come in and be top dogs, will other people get in the way of that? Right? Look, Moxley's doing Moxley things. It looks terrible. He looks terrible. Again, it looks like two drunken uncles. One decided to put a mask on. He's drank a little more than the other one. How do you feel about Lance Archer being bald in the front and having the secret ponytail? Man, he definitely looks bald from the front. And my heart goes out to Lance Archer. I'm a big fan of Lance Archer. I remember when he was making his comeback. You got hurt. Those punches are shit. These are fucking brutal. Moxley's going to bite him. Moxley bites him. We're the best wrestle and eat each other. Facts. The crowd counts along. Yeah, that's how I feel about that. I like Lance a lot. When he was making his comeback, he was very excited about what he could do. And I've seen Lance have outstanding matches. I've actually seen Lance have a couple really good matches with Moxley. Not in AEW, though. Again, he's just another one of those guys they sign and keep around. And as long as he's getting big checks from Tony Khan, I can't fault the guy. I mean, I feel bad they won't use him, but I know that has nothing to do with his hair. But maybe his hair's falling out because he can't get fucking booked. Yeah, I hope that's not the case. And what do you do with the inspiration now? You just fed them to the team that started 2 weeks ago. So you brag about bringing this. Oh, we signed this team. They have so much experience. They're world champions. And they lose to the team that just got put together 2 weeks ago. Hold up. Am I the only one struggling with this? Ricky Sosa tomorrow. Yep. We've been hearing a lot about Ricky, so that shall be fun. What happened to Ciampa? Ciampa did exactly what everyone else has been doing. He came in, he won a belt, and then he went to Collision. He fought Jay Lethal on Saturday, guys. Help me understand. Why are you signing better wrestlers and not using them? These signings are not helping your company. What are we doing? Right? It's like you're buying all this shit and you use none of it. Speaking of,
no, go ahead. You go ahead.
I don't know where to go on that one.
I'm not sure to call me, but yeah, no.
Yeah.
We can't get a Tommaso Ciampa versus a John Moxley?
Why not? That would actually legitimize Moxley a little, but Moxley wants to fight all the luchas.
But it's babyface on babyface then at this point.
But how hard is that to fix? And they don't give a fuck.
Yeah, well, I figured out a couple of things while I was on my brief pause there.
Good.
I've realized why you do Wednesdays, because you're in Canada, so you have the universal health care versus me in the US and everything like that. So, you can get those regular doctor visits a little bit easier and they're a little bit cheaper than over on this side. That might be a myth, but that's what we think.
Some shows, and I will admit, like the start of 2026 has been okay for AEW. Some people are trying to act like, 2026, best year ever. Just like 2025 and 2024 and 2023. The fuck are we talking about? Every year is the best year ever. But this one's off to the best start ever, according to people. But it's been good. It hasn't been as good or as consistent as other shows out there. But it's been chaotic. It's been all over the place. They've gone a long time without a pay-per-view. So why does everything kind of feel rushed in at the last minute? That's a great question. But ultimately, it's not always like this. But shows like this one where they squash match, backstage segment, squash match, a couple jump starts, and then you get, by the way, now that you're fucking bored with the show, here comes Moxley to fight another lucha and another boring match. So it's just they're their own worst enemies. And I said, you sign all this talent, you got to do stuff with them. If you're going to sign this talent, book OC and Moxley every week, you're going to attract the same people. If you keep doing the same thing, you're going to get the same results. And they keep doing the same thing, and the results are the smaller audience, smaller crowds, less ticket sales. And some out there don't give a fuck about any of that. But I thought you were a competitive business. And if you are a competitive business, that's what this means. You compete by having good business. Backwards is not good business.
And you tied in perfectly to my second point that I figured out too, of it's one of those, are you trying to be competitive or are you trying to just sit there and placate your constant viewership? Because we had the impromptu main event announced at like the top of the hour or right around there. So did you just completely say, fuck off for the whole first hour, and now we're worried about drawing in viewership for the second hour as people are clicking through and, oh, they're going to have a trios match at the end of this show. I guess I should tune in, and just completely fuck off and don't care about, the job matches and the squash matches that you had in the first hour.
Yeah, and it feels disconnected in such a way, right? Like it really doesn't feel like a cohesive show. And
Well, do
overall,
an impromptu main event, but it starts off in the first segment.
doing the first segment, simple. You have somebody that's a semi baby face, a lower card baby face that that Max can beat in under 10 minutes, right? Pick a name, Mike Bailey.
Speedball. You could have done it in the same fucking group.
Dust Speedball in 8 minutes, right? Speedball gets a couple fire ups, but MJF finds a way to win. And if he pokes him in the eye or low blows him to put the nail in the coffin, fine, beautiful. Then when the ref tells him to let go of the hold, he doesn't do it. And that's where you have someone like Kevin come out. And then MJF looks like he's going to be in trouble, but kicks him in the nuts. And Hangman comes out. And then we can lead to the arguing and such. Or you can have, just Hangman have a segment. And Cal's come out and say, oh, by the way, you have these titles. We want them. The problem is there's so much shit, like just
you can do one or the other, not both.
No, yeah, pick one, pick a lane.
Yeah, I don't know too many people that have, Chinese takeout and then order pizza too as well.
Right.
That kind of, it's like you're or make lasagna type of shit.
Yeah, it's like I love ice cream, I love lasagna. I don't necessarily want them together.
Yeah, that's probably a better comparable. My fat ass is just like food, tasty.
Yeah, right. I mean, I'm sure it's delicious if you pick the right flavors, but
if you're smoking the right flavor, vitamins too.
Right.
I don't know if we got this one from Spaz. I think we did.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, we did.
Yes, but no.
This one.
Yeah, we're clicking the same thing. Misfit out here with a $5 super chat. Ciampa came just to feed a Fletcher Briscoe feud no one asked to see again, and now is a collider.
100%. Yeah. I don't know why Ciampa. I don't know why. Again, the fan base, Nick, we see it. We're online so much because of doing this. You see the
we see other things, but yeah, we got you. The incense that KJ's burning the midnight oil out here, talking about Tommaso Ciampa.
Shit went sideways, folks. But you bring in Ciampa, you bring in the inspiration, and you see the fan base. They're celebrating, they're rejoicing. Oh, we got Josh Alexander. This is going to change the game. Oh, we got Deonna Purrazzo. Oh, we got the inspiration. Oh, now we got Ace Austin. We're killing it. Look at our roster. Great. You have a garage full of cars that none of them have fucking tires on them. They're just sitting on bricks because they're just fucking parked. Let them out.
Yeah, that's the redneck household. You got a bunch of cars in the front yard, but they're all on cinder blocks.
I'm glad that you have all those you have all these vintage fucking beautiful, what could be good cars, but they're all parked.
There's a raccoon living in that one.
Right?
I made lasagna. Hey, let's order some Chinese too.
Yeah, like it's not that's kind of what it is. Like you don't hate lasagna, you don't hate Chinese, and eating them together is probably not horrible, but you don't really want to. Like it's a bad mix. Your stomach don't want it for sure.
The stoner food, is the munchies of pro wrestling.
Right?
It is the vitamins. And we're on the vitamins and still having issues.
This is like the backcountry. Like I know Kenny loves, we want it to be the smorgasbord of wrestling. You're more like the backwoods buffet where some of the dishes might be roadkill.
Your fan base can't spell charcuterie. Fuck are we talking about?
Again, this is I'm so sick of this. Anybody that
come on, do it right here.
Oh, big kick to the head. Anybody out there that's continually pounding the buttons about WWE putting on boring matches, this shit to me is boring as fuck.
We're out here talking about Chinese food and lasagna and everything out here. We're Garfielding it with this whole thing versus talking about Moxley versus Hechicero.
Right.
Hey, we've got a fucking brawler, a former world champion in AEW that we don't exactly care about, taking on a luchador that we don't exactly care about right now. How entertaining can this be?
Right. Damien saying watch Evolve Succession 2. Yeah, I heard Kendall Graves. Like Kendall Graves obviously doing things on NXT, but Evolve's been getting a lot of kind of love.
Yeah, but that also sounds like it's on Stars and it's brought to you by 50
Oh,
Cent.
oh, oh, oh.
Rolling, 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 Raheim.
And the crowd's cheering. Like, again, like, who is into this match?
I mean, if you paid, do you have to, like, do you feel an
No, you don't.
obligation if you've got to cheer for shit?
Listen, I've paid for event. I've been to, like, it's the worst is when you pay for like stand up. You go to like a stand up comic that you're looking forward to, and they eat shit at a live venue. It is fucking horrible to be at. It's like watching a live execution. It's not. Oh shit! Stop!
Oh,
Just fucking boink.
yeah, that was clever as shit. And then I knew a stop. That was actually clever. That worked really well.
Yeah, I don't know if it was on purpose, but it fucking
No,
worked.
but it worked perfect.
Oh, eat the bird, eat the knee. When did Moxley just start spamming everyone else's finisher?
Because his shit don't work. What happened to Beast Mortos, by the way?
He
Wasn't he getting a push for a hot minute because of Monet? The Monet's
Moxley
run
gets
guy?
the win. Yeah, he lost a match last week. He hasn't done much lately. Maybe the lawyer thing is getting in the way.
There was nothing to like in this match. Aubrey was your ref. Moxley versus Hechicero. There was nothing to like in this match.
The show for the last 35 minutes has pretty much fucking buried my fucking excitement. What?
I said it's just died a death.
It's just been garbage. It's been garbage. Nothing I'm into. And the stuff that I am into, you're doing it all wrong and backwards. I don't get it. I don't understand why you thought this was the way to do it.
Well, there was a perfect one from MDB that halfway compares this, and now I got to try it. Yeah. You only never put Twinkies on your pizza?
Right? Shit. I mean, every once in a while, a mashtup's a good thing, but you got to be pretty fucking high when you start throwing things together. Like, there's, a good old fucking kitchen raid is a good time of like, I don't have much, but I'm going to put it all on one plate. Let's go. But
Rochester, New York has literally built a foundation on a thing called the garbage plate because it is literally just the most of, hey, we got this and we got this. Let's throw it all together. But you make it work. This is just, you got filet mignon and you're like, let's cook it like cube steak.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, but there's like, again, Takeshita comes out.
Point. When did John Moxley get the Jack Hughes teeth?
When did he chip his tooth?
Was it in this match?
That wasn't that.
Folks, it wasn't like that when we got here.
It wasn't like that before, right? When did he chip his tooth?
He's becoming more and more Nick Gage by the fucking day, my guy.
Yum yums, yum yums.
Oh,
yum yums.
The Twisted Sister with Thekla. Thunder Rosa was Stat her bodyguard? Didn't Stat used to be the
How much do clothes cost in the Matrix?
We can see you.
I am a robot.
Please sit on my man.
Yeah. Please sit on my face.
Yeah, I guess we're getting a triple threat tag team match next week. Is that what that was?
Is it next week or tonight?
Is it tonight? They just
I don't know. You literally, as you said it, I looked away, so I missed the graphic.
Right. We got 9:25 on the clock, folks. Be a friend, tell a friend. Don't forget about TNA Impact tomorrow. And actually, we haven't done this in a couple shows, but it's been a minute. Let's get a word from our sponsors.
Us.
Disco or not disco? Let's go. That's right, folks. Get your merch today. We shirt people. Get all the things. There's more things coming, but we got everything and more coming your way. Get the apron, get the scarf, get the Wrestling for Life official scarf, t-shirts, pants, shorts, water bottles, mugs, wine tumblers, and so much more.
Absolutely. That's going to be the next thing I need to get out here is I need to get the official scarf. We need to start working on a partnership deal of getting, the plaid versions out there to get the, MJF package. But we got the scarves. We got a fanny pack finally. We hat people, we shirt people. Absolutely. We got anything and everything out there for your pro wrestling needs. The finest threads in the wrestling business. And we even got the Nike swoosh on everything. What other wrestling? Even AEW and WWE ain't got no Nike swooshes on their merch. We got Nike swooshes on our merch. We're out there with Air Jordan.
Yeah, and a couple of people brought it up. It's Nike official apparel with our logo on it, folks. So
yeah, trust me. If you see other people doing it, they bootlegged it. Right? We doing this official like a referee whistle out here.
Yeah, legally putting the Nike logo gets you stomped on by a bunch of lawyers, and neither one of us can afford that. So yeah, no, it's their official apparel with our logo. So official Nike quality. If you like Nike,
trust me, I asked the same questions.
He did the same thing. How the fuck did this happen?
I got it.
If wrestling fans, typical wrestling fans, it's a work.
It's a work. It's a gimmick.
Right. Yes. Hey now.
Well, I like this though from Deadpool Party. When did Mox chip his tooth? He's slowly turning into a combination of Steve Austin and Mick Foley. Steve Foley out there. Steve Foley.
Steve Foley. John Moxley is a mess. I don't know if anyone out there did he chip it during the Hechicero match tonight? His matches aren't good. And I don't know what people are seeing. Nobody has offered me a counter of John Moxley is great and this is why. Everyone just tells me I'm fucking stupid for hating him. I don't get it. What are we doing? Hey, Brody.
Y'all should have played that during the Page match. It would have lasted as long as the Page match.
Right. Yeah, we should have actually.
So Statlander loses the world title, doesn't give two fucks, I guess, and becomes Thunder Rosa's bodyguard. Sick.
Oh shit.
Oh, ha 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 ha.
Like just not good.
Nick is such a used car salesman. Come on down to Dave's Wacky Waving Inflatable Arm Flailing 2-Man.
Right, as Brody's got a mic. Brody's got a mic.
Did the crowd scream, fuck the ice?
Not yet. I will admit, I love Brody King. I think he's outstanding. I think they could do so much with him. Actually, that just reminded me of something. But his voice doesn't match his look. It's such a softer voice than I expect.
A bit. It's a little Brody. It's a little like Brody Lee. That figure funny, Brody King. But I like the whole him versus Swerve of I'm the most dangerous man in AEW. No, I'm the most dangerous man. Like, is Swerve really a heel to you? Or is he just a cool baby face?
He went heel because of his actions. Like he did. He went.
I know he's supposed to. But did he do you really dislike Swerve?
I respect Swerve, but yeah, that's the dilemma. I think he's the wrong guy to be the heel. Right? Like he would have been fine just the way he was and have the crowd cheer. They changed his music. It sucks. But it's like they're doing everything they can to slow Swerve down. But Swerve should be the top of the pile.
See, I don't fully dislike of what they're doing with him. I'm the most dangerous man in AEW. I don't mind this. And he sits there and beats, Kenny, and I had to do this. I had to do this. I needed this. I think adding that edge to his character is really good and was was missing from that when he's doing this look the whole time at Hangman and everything as my green screen falls.
They're going to jump him from behind.
Yeah,
right. Here's again.
We just saw this like 3 times on Monday.
But we know
instead of a chair, he used a chain. We are moving down the alphabet.
Why do you never look over your shoulder? Ever. I understand if this is once in a while, but it's so fucking dumb. But Swerve is laying out Brody, which I like. This is good for the story. But
and I expect that they're going to have a good match that'll probably have a step too as well. You do a dog collar match because Swerve's got the chain. And I think this is something going back to like what we're talking about with Kevin Knight and MJF. This is helping Brody as much as this is helping Swerve. This is helping both parties involved versus you're getting a modicum of your a smidge of a return on investment.
This is
with Kevin Knight versus Jeff.
This is a good upper mid card match. This is two guys that could be in the championship picture who are out, and they are literally
this man.
He's technically hanging Brody, using that chain to dangle him. No refs, no security, no producers,
no nothing. We just allow this to happen. This is fine. This is fine. Everything's fine.
Lazy, but it's like this is
not good. Even Bandito out here to try and break
Where's
this
Bandito?
up.
Yeah. A dog gonna holler.
Yeah, you're gonna get a dog collar match.
I like Swerve though, man. I like this, and they're booing him.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he's a true heel because I still want to cheer for him.
Because but I mean, ultimately, he's a heel. Just because you still like him doesn't mean he's not a heel.
He's the Roman Reigns. He's that Roman Reigns. Not the same level, but I'm saying in that.
No, he's not. He's literally doing heel things. Roman's not doing heel things anymore. He's doing heel things, like choking.
Even when Roman was doing heel things, you still cheered for Roman Reigns because it was Roman Reigns.
That came after. Remember, he had to go away to get cheered, my guy. Oh, there's Bandito finally. It's just, again, the segment's not bad. The rivalry's good. I don't dislike either guy. I just wish they knew how to make a better show.
You have to turn logic off when you walk through the door.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we get 50,000 security out there for, a minor altercation.
Yeah.
We literally have a man getting hung with a chain in our ring. No security, no officials, no, but everybody acts like this is just a thing that's happening right now.
Oh, now we go to Daniel Garcia with Yuta, and the show just continues to shoot itself in all the feet. So we double up on Moxley tonight. We double up on Page and the Callis family. We double up on, look at Baldy.
But it's already going back, so who fucking cares?
They're actually giving us the arena audio by accident right now because they're so good at this. And Moxley looking for his next fix. He's 2 seconds away from giving a stanky leg, bro. What the fuck's he doing?
Now Moxley, whip, watch me, man.
The guy fucking moves like a jellyfish. Like, what are you doing?
Kenny does the Street Fighter mocaps and everything. He's trying to be Reptile in the new Mortal Kombat game.
How much monster do you have to drink before you start behaving this way? Because what the fuck are we doing?
Is Marina Shafir the most salvageable thing out of this whole group right now?
Yes. I'm ready to the champ. Are you sure he quit drinking? Are we sure?
Oh,
I'm just asking because it's confusing.
He's got the chipped tooth. He's lisping out there.
Takeshka. What was that?
When the guy watches Fight Club too much and just thinks he's Tyler Durden, when the guy makes Joker his whole personality is John Moxley. This is when Kit Wilson would pop up and say, toxic. Yeah.
No. He's a effing heel.
I told you, he's becoming more and more Nick Gage by the day.
He's not Diesel 1996. I like the little like that. As we are getting Thunder Rosa. Now, this is the second last match of the night. We got 25 minutes left on the clock. I forgot to take down the Moxley poll, but I will put up a Thunder Rosa and the poll for that one.
What the Statlander looks so weird with this. Like, I'm glad we got Thunder Rosa back, and
I love Thunder Rosa, and I give her a hard time. Like we said, we see her in her underwear more than we see her in the ring. It's nice to see her back and in ring gear.
Well, sometimes underwear is the ring gear, but She's out here in El Paso, though, too. So is
That's
this a
true.
little bit of, again, hey, might not exactly be your hometown, but you're from around here, so you're going to lose.
Over under 5 minutes.
Oh, has to.
Has to be more than 5, right?
15.
Right.
You give this some runtime. I still think this will be your best match of the night.
Right.
Now, granted, I'm very thrown off with Statlander out there because she literally looks like, hello, Mr. Anderson.
Is that not been like the story of Statlander's wrestling career? Like we just never like she was the alien.
She's the LA Knight of women's wrestling. If
yeah, okay. Right. And even when she got the title, it didn't really mean anything, and then she lost it. Now she doesn't seem to give a fuck. Thekla's here with the Twisted Sister. Thekla's a star. Like Thekla's one of the best things on this show. Period. I like her. Her presentation's dope. She cuts a good promo. She can wrestle. I'm down. Let's go.
they lucked into getting Tekla on this roster because they had Tony Storm, and it seemed like they were lining up Monet to be your next women's world champion. They put it on Statlander. They didn't know what to do once they put it on Statlander. I'm still hoping for a Willow title reign, but Tekla 100%, I think, has perfectly kind of slotted in that next big attraction, that next big talent in your women's division. Like the next quote QB1, to quote Cody.
Yeah, I think she can lead the way. She's a good heel. I was really surprised with her ability to cut a promo and her charisma. Like she's, she kind of comes on the screen, you want to watch her. Like she kind of takes your attention away, even if she's not the focus. I think she's good. I think she's entertaining. She's confident. I'm a big fan as we are getting the women's world title on the line. Folks, get your votes in. Are we going to get a title change tonight? But I agree with Rance. I said this last week, Nick. You bring Thunder back in a backstage segment, and then you feed her to Thekla. Oof. Oh, poor Thunder.
Do you feed her if it's a competitive match?
You're about to take an L, and I don't think...
I know she's going to take an L, but if it's still at least a competitive match, is it that bad?
I'm shocked. 17% said Thunder Rosa might win. 21% are taking nobody. So that's interesting. I think it's a feeding. I think this is a match to get Thekla over.
You're not, but I still think you can achieve all with it still being a really competitive match, and you actually help kind of build up Thunder Rosa. Does this Statlander get involved here? And fuck it, we get to a triple threat.
I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. They just kind of like, she's my friend. I don't care that she just bypassed me for the promotion I was looking for. Like, what? Wait, what? What are we doing?
I don't even know if she's like exactly set. Did she say she doesn't care? Because she's out there just looking like, I'm here to protect John Cena.
Yeah, like she became her bodyguard. Like, how did this happen? What is she, Piper Nivens? What are we doing?
Talk to the hand. She's a slaging out there.
Right. So Revolution is their WrestleMania. I think All In is their WrestleMania.
All In's their WrestleMania. All Out is what, their Backlash? Because it's the next one after that.
Right. The way they ordered it, Revolution's one of their big ones, right? It's kind of like their SummerSlam or their second tier, your 1B.
Yeah, if you like mash. Yeah, I would say probably more their SummerSlam because they don't have a true gimmick one or Double or Nothing. Double or Nothing because you get the Battle Royal is their Royal Rumble.
Thunder off the apron down on Thekla.
So is that their big four? All In, All Out, Revolution, and Double or Nothing?
Yes, those were the OG four, right? And then they sprinkled in. Dynasty's been good the last couple years. I'm looking forward to
Wrestle Dream, World's End.
World's End, yeah. See, and they haven't really talked about adding anything else. Like we went January, February, no AEW pay-per-views, so that's interesting.
Right.
And I like it. I don't.
How did you take the barricade off and have grab the crowd to help you, and you still that wasn't a jump. You fell.
Oh, right. There you go. Thunder is back. I love it. She's a star, man. You could use Thunder Rosa. You have. Oh, that's what I wanted to say earlier. I almost forgot. I found somebody we've been looking for somebody and I found him. He was on the internet with his wife. Buddy Murphy's okay. He's alive. He's walking without a limp. He has all his limbs. Buddy Murphy looks jacked as fuck. He seems fine.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I had not seen Buddy in a long time. We haven't seen him wrestle in over a year, man.
he's auditioning for the live action role of Yukon Cornelius. My guy, that's the last I heard on him.
I found
Gold. There's gold in there, Hills.
him.
But
He
is he
looks
in
like-
Guantanamo Bay?
looks
Because
like-
we've heard Palcatraz and we've heard Guantanamo Bay.
Guantanamo
Is he
Bay.
just stuck out there of like with the Danhausen?
Yeah.
We just start adding time to contracts just because you went away.
Well-
You got banged up, so we'll keep adding.
I think that like Buddy Murphy, say Buddy is looking to leave. I think it's going to be a very similar situation that we saw with Phoenix, right? Like, when was I hurt and when was I available and not being used? That's going to be the defining. Like, it took me 6 weeks to heal from a sore ankle, and I wasn't booked for a year and a half. Like,
If you did bring Buddy back into AEW, where do you put him?
I mean, the division needs some help.
No,
you
if
can
you
put
put
him
him in
in
AEW, where would you put him in right now?
in AEW, he's a guy to me that would really push like your like a TNT champion, like in that realm. Like, you could have really good matches with Briscoe, really good matches with fucking a list of guys. Buddy and Swerve would be good. You got
Ciampa.
options. What?
Buddy Ciampa.
Buddy Ciampa. Let's fucking go.
They are literally presenting Statlander like she doesn't give two fucks about losing her belt. So strange.
It is odd, right? But look what Jamie Hayter went through. They brought her back on a pre-show, and she never really gave a fuck about not winning that. Like, that she got fucked out of the belt. Like, she was just like, I guess I'm moving on, and then did nothing. And then all of a sudden went, "You're a bird, I'm a bird. Let's flock together." And that's where we are.
Yeah, now they've flocked off, but yeah. Well, it's like Thunder Rosa has been so in and out, and we still haven't even talked about the dentist in the room of Britt Baker. Of how long is she just on hiatus for?
That again, like, I saw her do an interview a week and a half ago, and she said she'd love to wrestle again if it works out. But could they come to a conclusion? Does Tony say, "Hey, I'm really," is there a way to kind of whatever happened? But there is so many, like, I don't want to hear shit when we start seeing releases and stuff, which they happen almost annually, well, they happen every year, a couple times. But I don't want to hear these bleeding hearts and all this whining. It's great, but there's so many wrestlers that aren't wrestling anymore. And that's not good for business. That's not good for wrestling.
That are literally sitting at home during, to an extent, the prime of their careers.
Yeah.
Because creative has nothing for you, or I know you're about to leave once your contract's up, so I'm going to do everything I can to put fucking roadblocks in front of you leaving.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what it feels like. They're literally presenting Statlander. I know we got that one. Buddy will end up back in WWE doing a faction with Black, and if Rhea got involved in that, could end up being one of the top factions. Yeah, that'd be very interesting, and I would have no problem with Buddy working with Thekla doing all the acrobatics. Hello, but
I'm a Thekla.
Yum yums.
I was not familiar with your game.
Yeah, we're getting familiar really quick. But yeah, ultimately, I think that there's opportunity there. If they could get Brody Lee, but again, now Brody Lee is a very
Brody King. Brody Lee's passed on.
Brody King. My bad. Sorry. I don't know that Brody would see himself going to somewhere like the WWE, especially political views might be an issue. Or rub certain people.
Well,
So
I
I don't
think
know
it
if
might
that
be
works
more
out.
of the creative freedom and everything of he'd still do, like, he's still in the metal band and everything like that, of he could still pop off and do that. I don't know if WWE would be cool with that. or if that becomes their theme. Well,
Right.
what do you think about like a Butcher and Blade, who again have been a team lost to the tails of time, the sands of time with AEW?
I like Butcher and the Blade. You know, I know they run. You know, they have they have their school in Buffalo, and they train people on how to wrestle. They're smart. They get it. Butcher does the music thing as well, but he's a hell of a pro wrestler. I thought there was something really good with them, and they never got a sniff. But you know, it's like Santana and Ortiz never got a good run on this company.
Would you put them with Seth?
You could. I mean, you could find.
Well, I just think of Butcher Blade, of that kind of whole, the Masked Man, get the kind of, if you go back to more Tyler Black, Seth, that might work.
Oh, this is interesting. Thekla pops down. Okay, that was.
I just crossed myself to hit a move on you. What?
To throw an elbow, like, or to throw a forearm. I don't mind this spot though. I mean, I don't mind this.
Grabbed him by the pigtails.
Oh, here we go. Setting it up. And Thekla holds on to that turnbuckle, rising on up. You think they would have had the camera angle on the other side so we could see it happen. But hey, I don't work there. Fucking dummies.
Yeah, well, and I know somebody mentioned it, of Thekla even mentioned that she kind of took it from Bray, of you shoot it the same way, of you see Bray pop up like that.
Yeah. As she's on her tippy toes. I like her. I like her a lot, bro. Spear. I think. Torpedo.
Shoulder barge.
Oh, she yanks Thunder up.
Oh. I'm going to torment you now.
Mm-hmm. This match has seemed stiff. I like it. With Thunder's been accused of working stiff before, but that's no.
But that's also style. With Thekla coming from Stardom and everything like that, with the Joshi wrestling and everything, to where she's going to work stiff. She's in that Julia camp to where stiff is the normal, that EO style.
The whole like pick her up and then not do anything and then end up like they lost the crowd a little. They watered down what they were doing just in the middle there. The crowd's gone a little quiet on them.
You were building, and then you're like, maybe not.
They don't know how to get off the rides. And then, that's a wicked. We got a Thunderbomb. Not a blue one.
Thunder rolls and the lightning strikes. Dun, dun, dun.
I hate that Thunder Excalibur counts the entire pinfall on commentary. Find something else to say. He sucks at his job, Anthony. He's so bad. It is literally 3 fans watching the show ringside, but they're annoying fans.
I was going to say, wait, what you trying to say? We're 2 fans, and when we get Anthony here, we're 3 fans watching the show on TV, not even ringside.
Right? Again, and at least, we're not just always just fucking, this is wonderful. Wonderful. Oh,
is Excalibur the worst masked man in wrestling? I know you had all the masked men on WWE side, but is AEW still home to the worst masked man in wrestling?
So this is what MJF should have done tonight. Your former world champion, one of the pillars of your female division, and Thekla, and I believe, I'm not even mad that Thekla killed her.
But you got enough out of Thunder Rosa that it was viable, that it felt legitimate.
Right? The hometown lady just got whooped. And the crowd went like, they didn't even really have a hope spot. El Paso sitting there going like,
You know we're going to jump you when you go get in the parking lot, right?
Right? They didn't even like, if you want to save the baby face a little, you have a bit of a cheat, right? Like, Sky Blue grabs her foot or and she gets distracted. Oh, but Officer Statlander and all the security in the world. Nick, help me. Help me.
We had a grown man hung on screen. We almost had literal murder on screen. Not a security guard in sight, not a voice of concern from any commentator. But we have Dijakastatter out here. I'm here to take over. Yeah, I'm going to need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle to talk to the hand. We have the Terminator out here. What the
Right.
fuck?
I
It
think
was a great match until Statlander,
who is
was
Stat?
supposed. Statlander is the most
Who is
wrestler
this?
on AEW in history of
Is
what
Stat a
if
heel?
in everything. And I don't want to go at Stat because she knows
Is she a
the
heel?
whole. She knows. I don't know what she is, but she knows that she at times has probably won it. Like her timing's been off of when she's gotten a push and when she hasn't.
I like her.
She's
yes.
addressed that of like it's been an issue and it hasn't ever really stuck to landing.
Who are these little security guards? The thing is, Nick, like the cosplay thing is fun. If you want to put a little color or a little pizzazz to like a pay-per-view wrestling gear, great. But if you can keep changing your costume, quote unquote, then we don't know who, like, that is part of who you are. You know what I mean? Like Jacob Fatu is not going to show up this week in a mask and a unitar. Like, you know what I mean? Like Jacob's going to show up in the sweats and the hoodie and he's going to be Jacob. Like your presentation is so important. Cody's going to show up in the long jacket or the suit and the fucking stupid tattoo on his neck. Stat shows up as an alien. She shows up as a cheerleader. She shows up as just a regular girl. Then she shows up as whatever that was. Like, there's no consistency. Like, who are you? Are you bad? Are you mean? Are you good? What are you? Mm-hmm. Renee, this is unreal. Unreal.
So we have 7 minutes left technically on the show.
And Tomas is coming out.
Because, again, it's booked as an overrun, which means it's not supposed to fucking happen, versus it happens every week. Has there been an AEW show that has not had an overrun? Of a Dynamite that has not had an overrun.
Right.
So we have 7 minutes left on the show, and we have Tommaso Ciampa coming out right now for an interview.
He's dressed to
not
wrestle.
An issue, and we were still knowing that we're going to have a half hour of this fucking show.
Yeah.
But we also still have a trios tag title match.
Oh, he's
supposed to, I believe, happening tonight, unless this is the fucking main event.
Wait. Okay, so he's not even allowed in the ring? Like we're
What?
just gonna have an on the aisle interview? What is this? Wow, the ring's right there. You're not even why do we not use the ring? Why do we not use the ring, man?
You know, I really love going to Broadway shows to watch them perform in the aisleways.
I just don't get it. Why is Ciampa different? Why would Ciampa not get in the ring? Like why is this different? He is dressed to wrestle unless he's got a collision match.
That might be changing. Sat on we are a part of the Rhythm Nation. That is such a good callback. Corey, there will be no Ricochet slander allowed. Bald. By the way, has he even been on the show? They had a brief, minor video package for him.
Yeah, Ricochet's out there challenging AJ Styles. Like, come on, bro. At the end of the day, Ricochet talks a lot. He's booked like shit. And I don't care how long he's had that fucking title. That title is meaningless.
Yeah.
Okay. What the fuck? Why is this happening right now? Why is FTR coming out?
Because we're going to get Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae coming to AEW, and we're going to get FTR versus DIY.
Yeah. But DIY now we're doubling up on FTR. And FTR's got the Bucks. So why is this happening now? He hugged them.
I'm just still wondering why.
Are they teasing Gargano? I don't know. He hugged them.
That's what I think. Gargano's whole gimmick has been just literally let me plank, and Candice is out there jobbing to Jordan Grace. So,
yeah,
honestly, I think it's a win-win trade of if Gargano and Candice go over to AEW. Like, how do you feel about this trade? WWE traded Andrade for Danhausen. That's essentially straight up deal.
AEW would win that if that's the case.
I think that was the case, and now so you get Gargano and Candice.
Do we ignore Hobbs?
Draft consideration.
What about Hobbs?
What would you do, Hobbs, for Hobbs Andrade? Is that the swap? That's a more even swap.
It's more
also
even.
Was Andrade for Hobbs
wins.
and Danhausen was the draft compensation down the road? Was cash consideration?
Yeah, he's like the throw in, right? But FTR is trying to recruit Ciampa to be friends, but if you have a problem with that, you have a problem. So they're setting up beef, which means, DIY.
This rebel heart. Candice LeRae is built to wrestle in a place like AEW. PWG.
Oh, Ciampa punches Dax. I don't know why this is happening at 9:57 though.
That's the thing is, to me, if we're going from 8 to 10, your 2-hour show, this is your main event segment right now. Yeah. This is closing your show.
And it's not top level guys at this position. It's weird.
I mean, we were wondering where Tommaso Ciampa was. Tony's like, all right, I'll give him to you at the very end. Yeah, so up next, we're getting the Trios World Title match.
So Ciampa came out in his wrestling
gear. We're going to have the main event of the show start at the end of the show. After the show should already be over and already off there is the main event of the show.
Almost every week, my guy. Almost every week.
I'm not here every week, so I'm crashing out.
I'm just filling in the blank. I don't have a graphic for the main event because it was impromptu. But I will remind everyone we will be here at 6:30 for Vengeance Day on Saturday. It's going to be a fun one. We're also here at 8:45 tomorrow night for TNA Impact. We will have Ringsider Anthony in the house in ATL. We're looking forward to that. Moose, Cedric, and an Atlanta street fight, and so much more. Plus, our buddy's going to go do some meeting and greeting. So we're looking forward to it. Lots coming your way. We are in the Revolution Go Home Week next week. So we'll see what happens there. And again, I mean, we're on commercial at 9:58 for people that shit on the WWE. And there are good reasons. Just make sure you're not being a hypocrite by ignoring this shit.
Welcome to Atlanta where the players play. But also... that's exact complete bullshit though of like the whole just think about this of like if you're flipping through the channels and you're a first time AEW viewer, well, it's 9:58. This says the show goes off the air at 10 and all of that. So what the fuck am I tuning in to AEW Dynamite for? If I'm flipping through the channels at 10 o'clock when, according to my DVR, my TV guide, it says the show's done. And we're in a commercial, so the show's fucking done. So why should I stay around? Why should I be tuning in? The main event in this slot is only for the people who have already been watching the show.
100%. And I consistently say, and I feel bad, but I feel like some of the shit that gets done like this, it's for dumb fans. And it's not that the fans are dumb, but I think Tony and AEW treated the fans like they're stupid. And that's why they do shit like this, where some fans get, oh, it's so cool, we're getting an overrun. No, you air a 2-hour and 15-minute show every week. Let's be real. Let's be mature about this. Let's be honest. Same thing with having a pre-show bleed into your pay-per-view, and it looked dumb. But the fans were like, that was so cool. No, it wasn't. It wasn't cool.
How much it's been going on for now, what, 5 to 6 years of... You get a little bit of extra on your Dynamite. It's no longer a 2-hour show. It's no longer an overrun. That's just part of the fucking show.
Advertise it.
Absolutely advertise it, but they've been doing what Monday Night Raw has been doing now on Netflix for fucking 5 to 6 years now. Of it might end at 2:05. It might, 2 hours and 5 minutes. It might end at 2:35. You don't know. You got to tune in. You got to stay the whole way through.
Oh. Tony Storm checking on Orange Cassidy.
And she's not in black and white.
No, she's in pink and flowers.
White.
Those dudes just want to fight. Oh, it's gonna be Darby and OC at Revolution? Like against the War Dogs? You're killing me, Will Smalls. Yeah, this one's been a fun.
Yum yums.
That was all good by Tony. That was all good by Tony. He's so feckless. So just, no TNA tomorrow. It's not on TV. That can't be true. It's live tomorrow, actually. Tommaso Ciampa versus Dax Harwood Saturday. So my assumption is they are teasing that Ciampa needs a partner, and could it be Johnny Gargano? I did see a comment about, oh, now they're going to go get Gargano. Do they do anything original? And they kind of don't. I completely forgot about this. Oh, shit. So it is now 10:02, and we are doing entrances for the main event. Yeah, Anthony, I don't know. I thought they advertised the street fight. I put it on the thumbnail because I thought it was cool. I don't know. You would know better than I would, to be honest. That's funny as hell, Boston. Yeah. And again, I feel like we hear a lot of complaining about, the Fed and their commercials. This company's giving us commercials at 9:58 and expecting people to come back and finish off a trios match. And the trios match is interesting because we don't really give a fuck about the trios division. I think this is your opportunity for MJF to screw. And then the whole point of them having the trios belts were almost null and void. But at the end of the day, just get to the point. There is no reason they couldn't have fit this within 2 hours with some of the segments. And the fact that you're doing an on-ramp segment with Dax, like, again, this messiness of everything. We see FTR with the Bucks. There's no heat. They're in a room. They punch his friend, and they don't even react. Are you okay, Brandon? Telling you right now, if we're all hanging out and I get knocked out, and all you say to me is, "Are you okay, KJ?" and nobody got the guy, we got issues. I thought you had my back. Another jump start, by the way.
Speaking of having backs, I heard you out there saying you got jumped and everything. So again, I was about to just start swinging over top of you. It's like I'm Skip to Malu out there,
right? I mean, there was nothing there, and then so we see FTR twice. Now FTR has a beef with the Young Bucks, but while they're beefing with the Young Bucks, now they're going to pick a fight with Ciampa. What are we doing? Like, why now? Yeah,
this rebel heart.
That's not now. Right now, you're focused on the Bucks. You're focused on Revolution, and you do that later.
Well, then you could even bring in the whole Rascal situation of the Rascals should almost be in the Bucks spot, or at the very least in a triple threat.
If you're going to sign them, make them important. They're not important. They don't matter.
Now you're just important instead of important.
Right.
But so who do you have as your trios champion, and why is it not? What is the fucking trio name even for Hangman and Knight and Bailey?
I just called them Cowboy Speed.
I'm trying to think of what that would be in that kind of time frame and everything. They would have the
or is it
a bunch of shit of it be like, we just got herbs and black coffee and whiskey and just mixed it all together.
Right. Or would it be speedball shit, Nick?
I think that's more of what it's been.
Either way, it doesn't go well.
Yeah. Night Boy, I don't think works either well. He's the opposite of Dayman. Night Boy.
Night Boy. That sounds so wrong. We're having a conversation. Nerves are shot already. Let's go. You'll be fine. I'm sure he's a nice guy. I don't see it on Sportsnet or AMC, KJ. So Mega's saying there is no TNA tomorrow, but I think they're doing a live show on AMC. Are they not?
As far as I know, they're doing a live show. I hope it's not on TNA Plus exclusively, because I canceled that at this point. because of how much that app has been trash. But
yeah, that's funny.
Anthony will be there live, so they're doing a live show. But is it because Mega in Canada, all of the tape shows have been starting at 8 o'clock?
Yeah, check the 8 window.
If it starts, how does a live show start early? You fuckers, you in a different time zone?
Maybe it's just not advertised or corrected.
I think it's just because it's not taped. They're not putting it out there ahead of time.
Yeah.
Like what is in the 9 o'clock slot?
Yeah,
Mega on AMC for you.
2 now. So it's announced official OC and Darby versus the Dogs at Revolution. No holds
So
barred.
the match we saw tonight in 2 weeks' time.
Except the War Dogs you have 3 people that they're legally allowed to use this time.
Freebird rule. Yay.
Well, I mean, again, it's no holds barred, so all 3 guys can come out and kick ass.
So then the baby faces are dumbasses for signing up for that match because you gave the heels the ultimate advantage.
Right.
But I mean, it's still so. I think that's going to be a big thing that's going to be missed from tonight. Is David Finlay is all elite?
Yo, when does the guy? He literally Adam Page called Flint, get in here, and then kicked him.
You come eat this kick. All right, yes, sir. I'll be over there.
Right, shit. All I can find is that Johnny Gargano and Candice re-signed in
go into a commercial on a fucking overrun.
Oh, of course.
Oh, thank God. No, they really cut in close on Hangman after he hit the big boot. And I was like, there's no way you go in a commercial on an overrun.
They have. But according to Chris, Candice and Johnny might be under contract till 2027 or late 2026. I could also see them being like, you're not really using us, but they've been using Johnny every week since they cut Ciampa. So I don't know.
We're going to make sure if you're a believer of the AJ Styles conspiracy that, they threw the Hall of Fame at him just so he doesn't go over to TK. Is it one of those, hey, Johnny, all you got to do is show up and just plank. But we're going to keep using you every week just so you don't go over there, my guy.
Maybe, but they feel like they're teasing it. But now we're getting the fists raining down. 9, 10. The ref's just waving his hands in the air. What the fuck are you doing?
No, well, you said it, and this is a bit
air traffic control.
What?
It's to ref air traffic control. The fuck are we doing?
Get the codes. Yeah, just bring it in. Bring it in.
More topes. Oh, what the fuck was that?
Oh, that was provocative there.
No.
Catch him. Oh,
that was a long freeze for nothing. It was a shit spot.
Well, no, because he had to catch him because Kevin Knight dipped too far. We got to pull him back up. But you said we got the fist, and I feel like this show's been fisting me. Pause.
Asshole.
Yeah, exactly. Right
there. Sometimes hurts itself. Fucking commercial, Nick. I told you. I don't want to hear shit about the Fed.
No, it's not even. I don't. This is the thing: is we can have a discussion, and we've critiqued everything that's happened on tonight with AEW, and I think that's actually the first time that we've mentioned a comparable to WWE.
Not much.
That's the thing is this is still self-contained. You are still stepping on your own toes, your own, what's and everything.
Yeah.
Like, how are you kidding me that at 9:58 you're in a commercial break when your show on everybody's guide as they're flipping through says your show ends at 10 and you're in a commercial at 9:58, and now when you've got people that might have been flipping through and stayed along and they're waiting for Impractical Jokers to start after this, you go into another commercial break and think that they're going to stay again.
Right. Yeah. And now you go, and 12 minutes later you're on another break. Like in hockey, if a game goes to overtime, there is no commercials during overtime.
That's what a fucking overrun should be, because it should be fucking impromptu. It's not supposed to happen.
Right. It's the same thing again. It's the lack of understanding of what you're trying to do. That's what this all screams. We're doing stuff. We don't know why we're doing this stuff. We don't know.
But that's
I don't know.
It's the thing. and we've talked about it of if this is going to continuously just be part of your show, just book your show to be Monday Night Raw for the longest time when we were growing up would end at 11:15 constantly, or you'd have to set 11:25 or whatever. They would book it and have it set that it's going to have a bit of a time lapse afterwards, so you can set your shit to recorder. You're going to be running a bit past. This is either part of your programming or this is an impromptu part of your programming that you shouldn't already have mapped out for commercial breaks and shit like that. It should be, folks, we're going to stay with this match until it concludes because this wasn't supposed to happen tonight. So, this is some extra bonus shit. So we're going to run through this until the match, until we have a winner out here.
Imagine you're clicking through and you're like, oh, Impractical Jokers are on. You click over and you're in a picture-in-picture and you're like, what the fuck am I watching?
Hey, fuck this up. This isn't Impractical Jokers on. You know what? It's probably a rerun anyways. Fuck it. I'll come back.
Right.
This is either part of your programming or this is not supposed to be here. So you treat it like it's a special attraction. You can't do both. We've talked about this is the theme of tonight. You can't do both things at the same time.
Yeah. More money matches. That's where the Rascals are doing a money match, I believe. Is it $200,000 match? Did it happen or is it happening? It's happening this Saturday, I think. But TNA is showing on the guide for tomorrow. I'm looking at it. Okay. Different places in the world will have different answers. So that's really curious. Mark Davis is in the ring. We come out of commercial. Kevin Knight into the corner, who's working double duty tonight. Same with Hangman Page. Same with John Moxley. Same with fucking everyone else. We got people sitting at home collecting welfare checks from Tony Khan, and we're double upping and triple upping on people. The fuck?
Boston, who cares if they are doing an overrun, Nick? We watch 5.5 hours of WWE a week. Who cares if we get an extra 15 minutes of AEW?
I don't care.
But those 5.5 hours are advertised to be 5.5 hours. You don't advertise. I'm not complaining about watching wrestling. I'm complaining about how they're going to present it. How if I'm trying to draw in viewers who aren't wrestling fans, how this would come across.
To me, it's just you want your main event to start before the end of the show. It seems so silly that the main event doesn't start till the end of your show. Like your show ends at 10 and then 9:59 you're doing entrances. To me, that's bad form. Like I just don't think it's the best way to produce your show. There's a couple things that could have been taken out of this show that would have allowed you to start this match. And then if you bleed into the overrun, I love it.
Oh.
It's just bad. And then you add in commercials on a main event overrun. It's not a good look. It's not a good production decision.
That's the thing. Well,
drop kick. Barely moved Davis. Davis had to roll on his own.
But I think that's part of the thing is that we're looking at it, the bigger picture versus, oh, cool, this is an extra 15 minutes of wrestling. Yeah, that's great. But what is it really overall?
Because people are going to miss this.
Yeah.
But Davis lands on Fletcher. Mike Bailey, who's just fucking the Karate Kid.
Because you're the best around. Nothing's gonna keep you down.
Ralph's Macchio.
Rufio.
Oh, kick in the face. You gotta remember, Boston. I'm used to ranting and complaining about this shit. Nick's like, oh fuck, this is terrible. It's almost hurting Nick more than me tonight because I'm like, that's what they do. I said there was a commercial.
Now I came with the true hopium. I was out here trying to be excited about this, and you're like, yeah, first you're doing the James Franco first time. Time.
The last thing Nick said to me before we hit live was, "I'm going to be the counterpoint tonight." Oh, okay. Halfway through the show, he's like, "It's fucking brutal." I'm like, "I know, right?"
Again, first time.
This fucking shit. It's been a minute. Davis fires off.
Just, there's been shows that are really good. Tonight is not it.
No, Deadeye. That's a Deadeye to a big man. He did it relatively easy. Fletcher from nowhere. And Fletcher and fucking Okada should be involved in this nut. You have so many jobbers on your in your faction. Use them. The guys that don't have belts.
We know Lance Archer's here. We know he's here.
Ramiro, Trent. Where's Trent?
Out there with Wardlow, I think. Oh, Poison Rana.
Poison Rana. The poison pill, I think Shivani said.
Fucking.
You're feeling the pain, right? He's on.
That's what you need to swallow after watching this show, a fucking poison pill.
Right.
See, that's the thing is Hangman's a good wrestler. He's just a terrible talker.
And the odd part is, like Paul says here, the main event is pretty solid. It is. It's not boring.
But the only people who are watching it are us and the people who are already watching the fucking show.
The people hoping for Impractical Jokers to start.
No, they have awoken back. It's in the cat.
What is happening
Have a
here?
night going up. Mark Davis.
MJF. With the MJF. Knox, not even like trying to really sell the idea that he's Rainmaker. I hate that finisher. Yeah, here we go. Called it.
Mark Davis gonna pin Kevin Knight for the win.
Who books predictable wrestling, folks? I know.
Who books Moxley every night? We do. We do. Who holds back the MJF star? We do. You said it earlier.
But again,
Callis took MJF's heat, and then MJF's out here to take back Callis's heat.
This is where you fucked up now. MJF cheats, or knocks out Page, and walks off, and here's Callis soaking on all the reward. The champ should be in the middle of this. And you, if you want, the baby faces could fire up, and Callis and MJF lay out the baby faces, and now you got heat on the right guy, the champ.
We're going to do that next week with Hangman Adam Page with his. I look the whole time. I can't believe the guy that I'm in a feud with that I'm about to face in 2 weeks' time for the world title screwed me after I helped screw him after his match.
Yeah, like fuck. And we knew it was going to happen. So we get new trio champions. The trios titles get passed around. Like
hard cut and Practical Jokers. Sorry.
Yeah, hard cut. Sorry, we joined your usual schedule.
You're already in progress. Practical Jokers.
Fuck. All right, folks. We take a rating out of 10 for every single show. This show's no different. What did you like about the show? If you liked all of it, you give it an 8, 9, 10. Let us know why. What did you like about it? If you hated it, tell us why. I think Nick and I have eloquently explained why we didn't like a lot of the shit that went down tonight. Again, the parts are there, the pieces are there, they're close, but it's just not right. It's just, they got it backwards or the wrong people. Too many. There were 3 matches were jump starts tonight. It's just rinse and repeat, back-to-back squash matches. The show lacked across the board for me, Nick, but I will give it a 6 because the in-ring held in a lot of ways. I'm going to give it a 6.
Get out of my head. Even when I took my pause before and all of that, I was like, this show is about a 6. This is, MDB said it earlier, Twinkies and pizza. This is very much, Oreo lasagna was the theme for tonight, was the show of tonight of you can't do both shit at the same time. And
that's what it is.
Tony really learned the hard way of just trying to just mash it all together, and it does not work.
It goes down under the same place, right? Who cares? Still good.
It all comes out to poo at the same man.
Outrunners versus Private Party versus LFI. I haven't seen LFI. They are so irrelevant. Private Party came back. They lost. We don't care. The Swirl for 2,000K. So the random money matches are still a thing. Why them?
I don't even have the energy to try and guess at this point.
Like,
it's one of those of here, y'all fight for the contracts. I still got to pay X, Y, and Z wrestler that are sitting at home that I'm not using. Like, think about it. You are paying Wardlow, Buddy Murphy, Anna Jay, Britt Baker. I know some of them are injured. Jay White on top of that. Just look at the payroll that Tony has on reserve. That is just eating at that thin profit margin there.
Nick, and we joked about it, and we might actually do it. But like legitimately, we could make an entire other wrestling company that is competitive, exciting, and makes more sense with the people currently sitting at home not getting booked.
That are getting paid to not show up to work. I wish I could find that job to get paid to not show up for work.
Right. And like 10 times what you would have gotten. And I mean, I love Tony Khan for it. A lot of people are got, much better lives. They're no longer sleeping in their cars because of Tony Khan. And we appreciate that. But my God, there's an entire company out there that is not being used at all. And a company out in Japan that's just dying because they would love some of those guys. They had some of them.
Yeah, they're just slow bleeding out there. But I'm a sixth for tonight.
Okay.
I'm right there with you. We had good matches, even all the way with the MJF Kevin Knight match. I told you, everyone's gonna say, but this is such a good match. This did so, this helped boost up Kevin Knight, but you took away so much from MJF tonight. So they pinned Kevin Knight twice in one show. I forgot that he even took the fucking
You're
pin.
right.
Yeah.
In a normal world, let's say we don't like it, but their goal is to build up Kevin Knight. You pin him twice in the same night, and the fans are like, so what? He did good. It's a bad look. You built this guy up for weeks. He ate 2 pins tonight.
You built this guy up and took everything you built up in the same show. So I didn't even realize, it didn't click until you said that, like you and Bash pointed out, that he took the pin. So everything that you got from that opening match instantly just went away right there.
All the fans say, oh, look what MJF just made that kid look so good. Yeah, and Tony Khan made him look like shit by the time we went home.
You just cannibalized everything you did. And the biggest loser of tonight is MJF, your world champion.
He looked like a fucking loser all night long. Like, why isn't, like, I know he gets the cheap shot in, but I want to see the champ, the heel champ, look like a fucking killer once in a while.
At the top of the ramp and just smirk at Hangman. Right. I did that. Instead, he's already in the backstage. He's already in a fucking car out the arena.
Just soaking up all the fucking heat of what just happened. Twice.
MJF is the rocket that put that ship in orbit, and then Callis was just the fucking heat plates on the spaceship there, just absorbing all that heat.
It really is that. 4.5 from Damien, 4 out of 10, garbage ass show, 7 out of 1, 7 over 1 minus. I'm not bad. I'm not good at fractions, Richard. 7 out of 10, the opener. Dave Finley's debut is cool. A little bit.
We're going to be, we've been talking more about Danhausen's debut, which was shit, than David Finley's debut, which was actually good.
Shit!
We forgot it. There's going to be people that forgot about it by the end of this fucking show.
But see, this is where you fuck up. You bring Dave Finley now and then book a no-holds-bar match for Revolution. Well, Revolution in a no-holds-bar 2-on-2 is where you bring in Dave Finley to get the W. No, we got him 2 weeks early. They can't win.
AEW premature.
Yeah, right. Premature booking at its finest.
Yes.
I booked in my pants. Boring card.
And I booked in my pants.
Why put your undercard tag teams in a dull money match no one cares about? That's a wonderful question. What are we doing? 4.5. Yeah, not shit. Okay. Yeah, good amount, just rooting away. James, you might have
too many O's. Too many O's. Too many dollars that Tony's spending on people that are running away. Yeah, they're getting roots out there because they've been sitting at home so much. Their roots are, getting deeper.
100%, my guy. Don't tempt me. We'll get past that. 5.5. I'm going 5.5 out of 10. Good matches or not, none of it made sense. And that becomes the trick. And I think there is a collection of fans out there that say, we don't give a fuck as long as it's exciting. And 9 times out of 10, they get that from Tony. But a lot of things, like Moxley's match with Hechicero, boring. I don't give a fuck. I'm so sick of watching this man throw horrible fucking punches. I am.
If you made it this long in the stream, or if we clip this and this becomes a short or anything like that, I want to know what right now in 2026 has drawn you into being an AEW fan right now? Like, what has pulled you in? Because I think at this point, AEW is booking for, as it's been in 2025 and 2024, it is booking for who is already there.
Yeah, you're not. Nothing's evolving, and I guess because your fan base doesn't want to grow or evolve or mature or bathe, then you just keep booking for
Or
them.
get out of a basement, what?
Right, or meet someone of the opposite or any
Get
of
a
the sex,
job,
get a
what?
job. Why? I already said bathe twice. I mean, again, I don't want to. I'm being kind of obviously funny here, but I mean, that's been the problem from day one. When everyone rushed over because this was going to be the alternative option from WWE, they flocked and they filled buildings. When they realized that they were only booking for a percentage of their fan base and they didn't care about the general fans, they all ran back to the WWE. Then Punk left, and since then it's been a downward spiral. And that's what we're watching. TNA is going to bypass them because at least TNA is just being consistently TNA. They need to pick up and clean up some shit. But this company's doing messy shit, and the stuff they pull you into, Nick, they sully. Oh, I'm into Kevin Knight. Watch him lose twice in one night. I'm into MJF. Watch him look like a complete moron and a pussy for 3 weeks. Why? Why is my guy got to look like shit every week? He's a bad guy.
And now TNA is getting back to another live episode when they've been gaining viewership on taped episodes, something that AEW took 5 years to do with Collision, which Collision might be going away because they got bought out. But TNA now with a live view, which we'll be here tomorrow for, does that really start to close the gap? I know I said it in my early predictions for 2026 that TNA will pass an AEW show in ratings, and we're seeing that that's getting more of a realistic option.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a possibility coming soon. So, yeah, I don't disagree with that at all. I mean, I want to see this company grow into better, and it's just they can't help but AEW themselves up. And I keep saying it, and until someone can prove me wrong, I'm gonna keep saying it. Tony Khan treats the fans like they're morons. And that's either because his maturity level isn't at a level where he can write more or more complex shit, or that he just believes the fans are silly and they don't care. Like you said, we'll throw security out at one segment, but we got a murder, a damn near attempted murder and no security. Like, just connect the dots, guys. Make it so sensible.
My issue is that you can't say anything of a critique about this show without you hate everything. Yeah, it's like you're a sensitive chef out there. You can't tell him that you didn't like the dish, or maybe he put too much salt in it or anything like that, because then you just think he hates the whole fucking menu. You can't critique anything with AEW without you just hate it. You just want it to fail. No, right. I want it to succeed, and I'm explaining why I think that this should have been the route you took. Please tell me how I'm wrong. And instead, I just get told how my mother needs knee pads and my father doesn't love me and everything else like that.
Telling MDB your thoughts, but
I hear voices in my head. They're all MDB.
No, but in addition to that, I mean, again, we got a 3 out of 10 from Chris. Ultimately, yeah, it's just like, imagine Drew McIntyre. Like, Drew McIntyre's fucked up like 7 main events in the last 2 months. But when we see it, like, he beats the shit out of the guy, but he feels like a badass. He feels like he's fucking up the show. He's getting in all of his face. MJF doesn't feel like that at all.
He doesn't feel like a world
who's champion. A better heel champion right now? Who's a stronger heel champion right now? MJF, Drew McIntyre. Take me a second.
That's not even debatable. Trust me. When it comes to Friday, we still got plenty to argue about with where they may be going with that. But yeah, I know MJF does not feel like a world champion right now, respectfully.
He feels like the weaker of the two people in the match. It's fucked up. 2 out of 10. He got a mini soda. I won 2 hours back. AEW 3 out of 5 for me. KJ for me, appreciated. And so 6 out of 10. You're right there. 6 out of 10. What is TKA doing? Tony Storm? Nothing. And Mercedes is recouping from what we don't know.
Well, I think the people that got her text plan are recouping financially, hopefully. Right. Yeah.
Triple H is gonna pass AEW soon enough. Triple A, sorry, not Triple H. Again, Triple A's killing it. I really enjoyed Triple A, so I don't know what to tell you. TNA is definitely not bypassing them with that talent roster. I think they're working on that though, and there is some talent there. They just got to put on good shows. That's all, and
Well,
iron out some of the difficulties.
Well, difficulties, and I don't know if you touched on it on the pause or anything, but yeah, as we're almost out of here, but have we
Right?
fully
Yeah, we're
dived
done.
into the whole Mance and Steph D-Lander?
Well, I mean, it's a tough one. Steph said she was cleared from a neck injury. They didn't want to use her because of that neck injury. There's some debate on whether or not they should or should not. They got frustrated, and for those who don't know, Mance and Steph are together, and they walked out together because they wouldn't book her. So there you go. And they weren't booking Mance very well either, but maybe that's because of the static.
Well, he just beat AJ Francis, I believe. And then
Well,
but
that's
it
right.
was Steph had sat there and gotten cleared allegedly by WWE's doctors, but TNA allegedly said you will never wrestle for us anymore.
That's interesting. You
So,
signed her.
well, I think they had signed her, and then the injury happened after the fact. Remember? So
Yeah, fair enough.
now, do they go back to GCW, AW? Could you ever see a Manson D-Lander? Could you see a D-Lander back in WWE?
A D-Lander back in WWE? Yeah, I think maybe. She's come a long way, and now you have an advocate like Chelsea and Cardona in your pocket, so maybe.
I think they're AW and GCW bound.
Yeah, probably.
They
Or
go
at least
back
for the
that
intro.
route.
Yeah, they'll get their bookings. Drew is more credible and boring. Drew is the more credible and boring champion than MJF. I do not think Drew is more boring than MJF. Not even close. I think Drew's way more exciting. His matches are better. He's stronger. He's more believable. All this shit with Nick Aldis is great. And Drew's out here fucking up everybody on site. He don't give a fuck who it is. Sami Zayn fucked him up. Jacob fucked him up. Cody fucked him up several times. So MJF's not doing anything exciting. So I don't think Drew's a more.
I'm going to give Rev out here the benefit of the doubt that he's agreeing with you that Drew's the more credible champion and calling MJF a more boring champion. I think, again, sometimes characters just run away. Yeah, see? So, James Jones is Drew's run is destroying MJF, but yeah.
All right. I got one last comment we're going to click on, and then we're going to say goodbye to everybody. But, folks, we are back tomorrow for TNA, if we can find it, apparently. But we are back tomorrow for TNA. We're here all week long for all your favorite wrestling, and leading all the way to Vengeance Day on Saturday. Be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, subscribe. Check out all our socials. Check out all the stories. Check out all the episodes, all 1,423 episodes or live streams of the Wrestling for Life Network. We got so much coming your way. Spread the word. We appreciate it. And the worst Dynamite of 2026. I agree.
I got to take your word for it. I'm going to take the chat's word for it because I'm not here regularly, so I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, it sucked tonight. I'm sorry. The matches only get you so far. There was some good wrestling, some fun stuff. But too much of this show is scrambled eggs.
The second you put any sort of context or logic behind anything, it was a house of fucking cards and just collapsed in on itself.
None of it. And all of it could have been done better, and we were able to tell you how. And I think if we put it on paper, you'd go, yeah, it sounds like a better show, guys. And I would take that challenge any day of the week.
Tune in next month when we're going to have the giant whiteboard out there where we're going to, rip off Stevie Richards and explain how we should book this better and everything.
Right. Bring us home, Nick.
Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is all authentic. When you're talking about that rest, you put about that for life with it.
Have a good night,
Would you like
folks!
butter on that, sir?
Yeah, we would. We need to get the taste out of our mouth. Have a good night. See you on the flip side. Come back tomorrow.